that.
If I ever have to roll a knowledge roll, I get one die in it.
Because you know nothing.
I do. I know nothing.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get this started. I'm going to be repeating myself quite a bit until we get the full group here, but I am Hursk, your GM. Now, for all intents and purposes, this is going to be a sandbox game of Fallout that you all know and love from the games and a bit of the lore, mostly games. There's going to be a story. It's going to unfold as we go. It's going to be a story none of you have heard about before. It's a bit custom that it's going to be unfolding, but for the time being, we're going to do a bit of sandbox play of exploring the waste. Now, the starting map has no significant features to discern where it's located at, because we're still not sure where in the world we're going to put this in. But we have about a 100 by 100 mile grid to work with, just to play around with right now, so that's going to be easy enough to use. Now, when it comes to lore-wise, the game does take place immediately after Fallout 3. So, within the Capital Wasteland, the water purification did happen, but it's not here right now. So for the time being, the water is still irradiated. So you humans of the group, don't go drinking water from the stream because you're going to turn into a glowing green guy. Because radiation is very much part of this game because, well, it's Fallout. Alright, so a couple house rules for myself. Well, yeah, house rules. The biggest one is I don't run evil games. So no slavers, no raiders. Gray area, territory is fine, but do not be evil. That's not going to be in my games. Secondly, no PvP. You're not stealing from each other. You are not attacking each other. You can do slapstick stuff is fine, but no damage will ever be rolled against other players. And no theory will ever happen, or no hiding things from the players will ever happen. You can hide things roleplay-wise, but they have to act it out. They don't know it, but you're still going to tell them game-wise that, yes, you're hiding this from them to play it out, because I don't want to have situations with a new group with inner fighting because of stuff like that. So it's not going to be part of the game right now, or probably ever for the time being. Besides that, as you start to get to know the rules or whatnot, a big thing is I want to keep kind of the flow of the game going. So if I do make a call or ruling you don't like, just roll with it. Come to me after the game. We'll talk about it. We'll resolve it. And the last kind of thing is I know I talk very, very fast. So for those of you that are a bit troublesome and understand what I'm saying, let me know so I can slow down. It's something I've been fighting for the last 20-something years. I just talk fast, can't help it. So eventually, if you keep grouping with me in games, you're just going to understand my speech pattern and learn a new language pretty much. But for right now, if you don't know what I'm saying, just let me know, and I will actively try to calm myself down. All right. So with that being said, we're going to continue off from our last adventure. Now, as I always do with new groups, or actually I have to do with all my games, whenever we go into the next session, beginning of the game, I ask for a recap. Now, I, as a GM, don't do this because I want to hear from your perspective what you remember, because some things might be important that you think is, well, let me rephrase that. Some things that you might think is important, but I don't, will let me know how things are progressing. So, unfortunately, I'm not to single one person out because there's only one person here from the last game.
Yeah.
So, Slevin, you need to tell me what happened last session.
We started off walking from a town that we sort of frequented. We're kind of accepted there.
All right, I'm going to pause you real quick. This time, because I'm going to show the map now. So, here is the map of the world. Now, how you get to resize this map? I know one player had an issue last time, so hopefully it's going to be okay now. So if it comes in big, there's two ways to resize it. Do the same thing you would do with Windows, like a desktop, is you take your mouse pointer to the right side of the map or the bottom of it, and you'll see a little resize icons. Or hold down the left control key of your keyboard and drag-click mouse within the map itself to resize it. Middle mouse button zooms in and out and scrolls around. So that's a way to adjust the size of the map. Now, have you all done that?
Yes.
Okay. So, the reason why I have everyone do their dice colors is because of pointers. If you look at the map, you'll see a green pointer. That is me. How we do pointers is by holding down both the left and right mouse buttons and dragging on the map. Just like Mr. Carlson just did, the Slevin just did, and Amelia, go ahead and draw an arrow, just so you know what to do.
Oh. Okay.
I saw, there we go, fantastic. All right, to get rid of it, you just click both mouse buttons again. So, if you look at this little icon right here, that little green circle, that's all of your location. Each square is 10 miles, so if you look 20 miles southward is the town of Mesa. Back to you, Slevin.
So we've left this town to go find some communications equipment at the spire. If you want to scroll up, I just put a pointer to it. We were heading there to get some communications equipment, and on our way there, we got attacked by some raiders, seemingly out of nowhere, out of nowhere, and we retreated into a gas station, which we then set up a little tunnel leading from a back room with a bunch of ants to the front door and kind of let the ants deal with them while we picked off a few of them. But then afterward, once most of the stuff was over, a giant mini flying soldier ant
Yes.
popped out of a hole in the back room and was a pain in the ass to kill.
Nice.
But we did eventually succeed with not a whole lot of damage, and that's where we ended off.
Okay, so that is absolutely correct. Now, first things we got to roll is the distribution of the destiny points. So, there's going to be a number of destiny points equal to the number of players, including me, which is going to be 4. But who gets who starting off? Everyone, one at a time, go ahead and roll me that force die that's on the bottom of the screen, the bottom left, that little white die. This is going to determine where the points go starting off. So, Mr. Carlson gave both of you 2 destiny points. Someone else roll, please.
I'll do it.
Wow, you guys suck. All right. So, you gave all yourselves the 4 destiny points. So, I'll maybe get some of those back, but I'll ply the roads to have you give them back to me. They're traded back and forth. Now, one thing about this, about destiny points, you cannot use a destiny point to counteract whatever I use it for. So if I use one to raise an enemy skill check, you can't counter it by using your own. So yeah, that's the one thing about that rule. And now we are good to go. You find yourselves at the gas station. Now, just how I handle players that come in and out, if it does happen, this situation will be with Mr. Carlson and Amelia. So, Amelia, you actually know Slevin. You were part of the settlement of Mesa, tasked by the mayor of the town to go ahead and head to the Needle to grab the communications equipment. So we could just say during the last session you were a bit busy, or you're just in the background doing your own stuff. But you're now currently here inside the room with Slevin, the super mutant that is starting to make a bit of a name for himself because he's not shot on sight for the most part. Because, well, most super mutants are shot on sight because they tend to be a little bit evil.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Now, how do we bring in Mr. Carlson? Since our other damn player's not here.
The mechanic's gonna have to fix me up. He'll turn me on.
The mechanic's not here, and the other guy's not here, so...
Oh, gosh!
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to have you operational right now. And I found an easy way to do this. So, Mr. Carlson, you turned online. You wake up, your sensors activate, you find yourself inside a dirty old box.
Dirty old box. Okay. I am going to go full ham on the box with my blade saw and cut it open. Free myself.
Okay. All right. So, Slevin and Amelia, You hear from inside the gas station, you hear the ever so slight buzzing noise of a buzzsaw. Now, do any of you know what I guess Mr. Handy would be common, so... You know what? We don't know if it's going to be common. We're going to see if you know what a Mr. Handy is. I want Sullivan and Amelia to go ahead and again roll the white force die. If you get a black pip, you do not know. If you get a white pip, you know. Alright, Sullivan, you know about the Mr. Handy droids, or robots. Now, Amelia, you'll see that little force die. At the bottom left of the screen, there's going to be a list of icons of dice. Go ahead and just drag-click the force die that's on the right. Just drop it in the chat window.
Oh, okay. That's
Fantastic. All right, so you actually rolled a black pip, which means, Amelia, you've actually never encountered a Mr. Handy in your life.
Oh.
But, Slevin, you have. You recognize the distinct noise of the buzzsaw being engaged, and your attention is drawn to that same hole where the mini giant flying small ant came from.
Okay, well I'm gonna run back in knowing that this thing, 1, is either very valuable or 2 is very powerful.
That could
So
both
either
be
it's gonna
true.
be on my side, it's either gonna be on my side or I'm gonna sell it for scrap, and it's gonna be very good.
Fantastic. All right, so Amelia, you see Slevin head back towards the interior of the gas station. I did have a very, very crude 5-year-old drawing. I am not going to say that my kid is because I have no children, but this will look like a 5-year-old did it. So keep your mouth shut. All right, let me find the map real quick.
Don't worry.
Awesome.
With my rudimentary drawing skills. All right, so you'll see this is the gas station. The front door is right here. This right here is a collapsed covering of where the pumps would be. Actually, there wouldn't be any pumps because it's all atomic power. Well, the atomic powered pumps, or whatever pumps would be there, it used to be a garage. We'll go with that. So this right here is a hole in the ceiling. Front door, and back here is where you hear that noise, the hole that the ant came out of. So we can drop in, so, Slevin, there you are.
That is me.
That-
I am gonna run up and I'm gonna, with the blunt end of my axe, I'm gonna break open the box.
Oh, no. You hear it because it's inside a tunnel.
Oh.
Oh, I assumed that the box was inside the storage. Okay. Well,
So
then
you
I'm
see,
gonna.
as you get to the lip of the edge of the broken concrete inside the gas station, where the ant came out of, you see that it actually dug a tunnel from an existing already made tunnel inside there. And from inside that tunnel, you hear the buzzing noise of Mr. Handy Robot.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna look around this gas station and see if they sold math,
If they sold what?
or anything that produces light.
Are they saying math? I'm like, how do you sell math? Amelia, go to your character sheet.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Can I follow after?
You absolutely can. What are you doing right now?
While he's looking. Well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna.
Actually, real quick, I want to pause real quick. 'Cause I actually want to get an idea of your experience. So, for you, Oliver, what experience are you with role-playing games, tabletop RPG games?
Wait, what?
Have you ever played like D&D RPGs at all?
Yes.
Okay, so you do. Okay, so you have experience in playing tabletop games.
Yeah.
You're just new to Genesys.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, fantastic. Yeah. So tell me, what are you doing?
I'm going to just kind of flash my flashlight at him.
Okay, so Simon, you see Amelia pull out a flashlight and start flashing around. She's got light.
That'll work. And I hold my hand out for the flashlight.
I'll
I'll turn on my flashlight too.
Ah!
Because I'll be in a dark.
Within the tunnel,
so-
you see a flashlight turn on. The Mr. Handy is alive.
I gesture for Amelia to stay back a little bit.
Okay. Wait, where
And I'm gonna hold my I'm gonna hold the flashlight out. Is the tunnel wide enough for me to crawl through? Because I'm like,
It's
really
gonna be
big.
a little bit tight. It's gonna be so the initial tunnel the ant came through obviously was for ant size, but the tunnel the ant came from is actually a little bit big to accommodate you. A little bit of a tight squeeze, but you can see that Amelia would be quite comfortable inside the tunnel.
Okay, well then I'm going to say that, hey, the tunnel's like pretty medium size. Would not fit me, but it would fit you. So if you're comfortable, I'd say you go check it out.
All right. I'm gonna take my flashlight back then. Ow.
What, is that the sound of while you're taking the flashlight back?
No, I hit myself.
Apparently Amelia's clumsy.
I'm gonna take my flashlight and just start going into the hole then.
Okay. From inside the tunnel, you're awakened there, Mr. Carlson. You see your delivery box now in shambles from your buzzsaw as you destroyed it into 1,000 pieces. Around you see the rough earth of a dug tunnel. You see various bits and bobs, junk, some debris. It actually looks like at one point someone garbage truck shoved a whole bunch of stuff within this tunnel. You get exposed to the stale air. The dust particles linger in the optic visions of your sensors. When you click on your own flashlight and you hear a bit of noise. Your optics pick up a conversation between two individuals, a woman and a male. And you see a beam of light shine into your tunnel as a woman pops into the tunnel a bit away from you. Now, for everyone, Amelia, what do you look like? Good to everyone else.
Do I just describe her like how she's drawn? Mm-hmm. She has almost brownish reddish hair, basically. Short cut to a bob. It's a little wavy. She's wearing a doctor's coat with a tank top underneath and jeans, and she has a little pouch for her stuff. She's kind of covered in dirt now. Body-wise, she's very fit.
You kind of would need to be inside the wasteland. All right,
Yeah.
Mr. Carlson, you see this woman at the end of the tunnel. Now, within your tunnel itself, there's a few branching areas. There's some vines that streak from overhead down the side of the tunnel to the ground. They kind of spread apart. What do you do, Mr. Carlson, when you see this individual?
Howdy there, my name's Mr. Carlson. I'm a combustible, algorithmic, reactive, low-velocity, self-aware operation networker. How may I help?
Hi, I'm Amelia. What are you doing down here?
I don't know. But this place sure looks awful, doesn't it?
Quite.
Could use a
frankly,
lick
it
of
does,
paint.
Yes. Maybe we should get you out of here.
That sounds dandy.
Okay, can I lead him out, or is it just easy to get out?
It is tall enough for you to stand up, so you can stand up easy enough, Amelia. And you believe it's about, I'm going to say, 6 to 7 feet in width, or I'll go up with your other people at 2 meters in width. So you can definitely traverse through it, and Mr. Carlson, you can hover through it fairly easily.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn around and just gesture for him to follow me, and then start leaving the
Alright, well, I'll
tunnel.
follow.
Just trying to find the word.
All right, as you start traversing through the tunnel, Mr. Carlson, go ahead and roll me a force die. Let's see if the fates are good to you or not. Haha. Okay, so I use this. I'll use this dice inside this game still, because when black, icons show up, I'm gonna make some things interesting happen. When a white pip shows up, it goes fine. When 2 white pips show up, well, something really good happens. But in this case, something bad kind of happens. As you're traversing through the tunnel there, Mr. Carlson, the ground starts to actually break apart. It's unsteady. All of a sudden, this cavernous area actually collapses, leaving a gaping hole underneath you. You immediately fire your retro thrusters, but for you, Amelia, you all of a sudden find yourself on very, very loose footing. So, as you look down, you start to scramble to the sides to grab any kind of leverage to keep yourself from falling down this opening hole beneath you. You actually see the the green tint of a light, a glow, which you immediately know is, well, some bad stuff. So what I need from you real quick there, Amelia, you're going to go ahead and do a... So, also, every type of skill check in this game is done by building a dice pool. So, what I need you to do is go ahead and go to your character sheet. You're going to do an agility roll to not fall into this hole. So, I want you to go ahead and go to character sheet, go to the main tab, where you have characteristics, double-click your agility stat. There you go. Don't roll, because unlike D&D, where you are assigned a DC by the GM, I give you dice as the DC. So this is going to be a moderate check. So I want you to go ahead and put in, you're going to double-click the 2 purple dice at the bottom of that screen.
2 purple dice?
Yeah, so at the left side of the screen, you're going to see a little bar that has your 2 green dice inside it. It's underneath the chat bar. Below that, there's going to be a list of a row of dice. Double-click the purple one that says difficulty. One more time. Now, this is a base pool to roll. But because the other dice, the blue and the black one, are the setback and the boost dice, those are situational modifiers to help out in the situation. Now, because I did mention there's a lot of vines and a lot of old garbage around, you can actually go ahead and try to grab that to keep yourself steady. So go ahead and add in 1 blue dice. It's called a boost die. Now, to the right of that, inside your little dice pool, is 2 icons, or 1 icon that looks like a little D20 button. Click on that to the right. That's to roll your dice.
Oh, this one.
There you go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and share a picture. Yep, you got the thread. So you succeeded. I'm gonna show you an image so you know what's going on. So that's the wrong picture. Right here. The image I'm gonna show you. So the cool thing about actually, did I explain to you how the system works? I can't remember if I did or not. No. Okay. So do you know what you're looking at right now? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, so that's fine. So unlike D&D, where you have a success and fail state, and that's it in D&D, in Genesys, you have success, fail, advantage, threat, and triumph, and despair. You have 3 levels of a result from a skill. So success and fail is if you, as it says, succeed or fail. You got 1 success. That's all you need to pass, which means you do not fall inside that hole. You're good. Mm-hmm. But you also generated threat that I get to use as a GM to make life interesting. Well, for you. Or for me. And the second set is going to be triumph and despair. Those allow a lot of narration, a lot of addition or changes you can do as a player or me as a GM to do significant things. It's equivalent to the natural 20, natural 1 on the D20 inside D&D.
Okay.
Now, you succeeded. You're fine. But as you're scrambling up the sides of the tunnel to not fall into this pit of the green glow, well, you're still blasted by a bit of radiation.
God damn it.
Because I could use that to threat. So, you get hit by a minor dose of radiation, and we're going to go ahead and do this right now. That's what I'm using the threat for. You're going to have to do a check to resist the radiation. So what I want from you is to go ahead and build me a resilience pool. So you're going to go to your character sheet, go to the skills tab now, and double-click your resilience.
Oh, there it is.
So it's going to be that D20 icon to the right of the text and the number.
Oh.
There you go. You actually are trained it, which is really, really good. You're good at resisting bad things happening to you. Now, this is a minor dose, so put in 2 purple.
2 purple. These ones. Right?
All right. Now, go ahead and roll the dice.
Kind of.
All right. Which means you're not affected by the radiation. But I'm going to give you a bit of strain because you're a bit panicked. You're a bit stressed out by this crap happening to you right now.
Yeah.
So, on your character sheet, if you go to the combat tab, you're going to see a couple values: wounds and strain. Wounds are HP, which is a bit low because you're a doctor.
Oh.
But your strain is kind of your mental fortitude, your fatigue. You're going to get a bit of fatigue because, well, this kind of stressed you out a little bit. So I'm giving you 2 strain.
Yeah.
But you luckily scramble out of the hole. So, Slevin, you just hear the small rumbling, a bit of the dust from the ceiling starts to float down by your head as you hear this kind of cave in within the tunnel, and immediately Amelia shoots out her arm trying to get out.
She's screaming.
Okay, I'm going to run over to the hole, and I'm going to stick my hand down, try and pull her up.
Okay. You're strong as hell. You don't need to roll at all. You yank her out of the hole like a damn rocket, so she's fine.
Just fucking fling her.
And it's entire time, because you got thrusters, you're just floating along there, Mr. Carlson. Plus, you're a robot. You're not affected by radiation, so.
Yay! I need to remember the fact that I have the grappling hook.
You do have a grappling hook.
Yeah.
All right.
See Slevin.
Yep.
Well,
So luckily, with the cave-in, the hole actually opened up enough to allow actually Slevin to enter, or for you to leave the hole there, Mr. Carlson.
Cool. I'll hover out of the hole.
I'm gonna enter the hole. If I go down into the radiation, would I be able to get back out?
Let's discuss that before, or after Mr. Carlson comes out.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna hover up out of the hole and I'll see Slevin. Sorry. Slevin. Like 11.
Like 7, but with an L.
Yep. Okay.
So, for you, Mr. Carlson, describe what you look like
Yeah.
to everyone else.
Well, I look like a Mr. Handy. Everyone here's played Fallout, have they? I'm basically a Mr. Handy. I'm quite clean, though.
Yeah.
Relatively
So the one
new,
thing,
since I've been-
so Amelia, you haven't seen one before, so you have no idea what's going on right now. But Slevin, you've seen Mr. Handy's. They've all been damaged, repaired, and rebuilt with age. This Mr. Handy is actually almost brand new.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
mention
be-
that. I'm gonna say, you never came out of your box, did you?
You're an odd-looking one, aren't you?
Fuck you too.
So here's the thing about you, Mr. Carlson. Because you're pre-war, which means when you were doing your operational test before you were packaged to wherever you were going, you saw the nice blue skies, the colorful clothing of the people working on you, the environment that's all nice and pristine. You see this giant green monster in front of you. You see the building is absolutely destroyed, and you see the hint of a landscape through the broken, shattered windows of the gas station, where it's just the skeletal fingers of a city in the distance of just decay and ruin.
Yep. And I'm gonna absolutely not mention it at all.
Okay.
Just sort of, this place looks like crap.
You're not wrong.
A lot's changed since you were made.
Yes. Yeah, it looks like this place could use some paint.
You'd expect it to be a lot of cans of paint. But you are at your now freedom. You are free to do what you wish, there, Mr. Carlson.
Yep, and I'm just gonna follow these guys.
All right.
I don't actually have a directive.
You're free to do what you
You're
want.
awaiting
Okay, I'm
the
just gonna
instruction
do it
from
for
your new master, who is currently
Yep.
dead for the last 200 years.
Yep.
Yep.
All right,
Can
back
I-
to you, Slevin. What do you want to do?
Can I strain my brain just to try and figure out some way of knowing how to reprogram a Mr. Handy to think I'm his new master?
Sure. Build a knowledge pool.
You mean that?
Put in 3 purple and 3 black.
Okay,
God,
I'm
fuck.
gonna fucking die from the sheer
And
amount
roll.
of work
He's
I'm
just gonna
doing
make
with my
his-
brain.
You get a migraine. You think about this thing, and you just feel the twinge of pain like erupting your forehead. Yeah, that would be a no.
Okay, if I go down into the radiation, would I know? Or would I know if I'd be able to get back out? Like, is there obvious like ways?
Go
that I
ahead
could
and give
find
me a perception roll. Easy. So 1 purple.
out? I have the yellow in.
Very good.
Wahoo.
Oh yeah.
I succeeded. and I got food.
Not only do you see a way to climb out, but you also have a damn grappling hook. You're not getting stuck down here.
Oh my god! I literally just said I need to remember I have.
It fits your one intelligence pretty well.
Oh my god. I as a person am just as dumb as my character. Okay, I'm gonna climb down. Well, how deep is it?
So you go to the tunnel. The tunnel is probably gonna be about maybe a 4 or 5 foot drop to the now collapsed part. That goes now. So that tunnel, so that the area now that collapsed with the green glow, that's gonna be about a roughly, we'll say, 20-foot crater that goes about 10 feet deep.
Okay, then I am going to shoot my grappling hook into the ceiling,
Okay.
which I'm gonna have to do a range. Oh god, was it ranged laser?
Here it's fine. We're not in combat, so I'm not gonna worry about it. So you get it. You get hooked up. You're fine.
Oh, okay. Then I am going to like rappel down the side of the tavern.
All right. So Amelia and Mr. Carlos, you see the inquisitive Slevin as he takes a grappling hook, unwinds it from his chest. His armor has this little unit built into it, and he starts to climb down into the hole that you escaped from there, Amelia.
Oh.
Don't worry. I'm fine with radiation.
Alright.
All right. You get to the bottom of the collapsed little tunnel there, Slevin. What do you do?
I am going to look around and see if there's any boxes or anything, because he said this place was used as like a garbage dump.
Yes. You find 6... what's the name of the damn... Red Rocket stylized stamped barrels. And they are leaking this green fluid.
Oh,
So.
I'm not gonna drink that because I don't want to get the Repcon. I don't want to get the Repcon fake.
But you do find a bit of miscellaneous garbage and whatnot. So let's go ahead and see what you find specifically. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Do I have to roll anything?
Roll that. No, I'm rolling it.
Okay.
All right. So you find a hot plate,
I find a hot plate. Holy shit!
as well as now these are things that are going to be that's not like destroyed or ruined. You find a whole bunch of like small other plates, some figurines that are broken apart. These are the ones that actually are intact. You find hot plate as well as
A ticking bomb.
nope.
I find a hot plate and a TV dinner tray. An empty TV dinner tray?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's just it's a
TV
tray to
tray?
put TV dinners on top of to stick into a microwave, an atomic microwave.
Okay. I've never had a TV dinner before, so I don't really know what they are.
It looks like you can probably use it as a frisbee or smash someone in the head with it one time. It's made of like a really thin tin.
I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna grab the hot plate and the TV dinner tray because the hot plate actually has a use. And the TV dinner tray, it's shiny.
All right. Go ahead if you want to make that in your inventory. So.
Okay. Inventory.
Yep.
How do I add something again?
So go to inventory of character sheet, right click, and go to create.
New item.
Mm-hmm.
After watching Slevin, oh my god, that's my brain is dead. I turn to face Amelia and say, "Hello, Master. How shall I refer to you?"
Interesting.
Amelia.
What? Oh, I
Pay attention.
thought he said Slevin instead.
Wait, did you say Amelia? Who'd you say, Carlson?
After watching Slevin climb down the hole, I'll turn and face
Slevin.
Amelia and say,
Okay.
"Hello, Master. How
okay,
shall I
that's
refer
what
to
you
you?"
said. Okay, I just heard the first part. And I was like, oh.
Like,
Anyway.
oh, okay. It's not important enough for you.
You're not there. You went into the hole.
I'm a baby chicken imprinted on the first person I've seen.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna. You can call me Amelia.
Okay, Amelia. What's my designation?
I forgot what the fuck to say to this.
Designation
Should've-
is what
Welcome to
what you want
RPGs.
to do.
You know? Just help me, I guess.
Okay.
Isn't a designation what you're called?
Designation? I thought. Wait, is that?
Can be.
Is it?
I think it is.
Shit.
Which means he now knows you as help me. Like what'd you say?
No, he said. What did you? He's okay. The first thing he said was like, "What should I refer
How
to?"
shall I
you
refer
as?"
to you? And
Yeah.
he said Amelia.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I got it. All right, so she's pretty much asking you to help her out there, Carlson.
No worries. This will be my new assignment.
God, I'm just so curious what that green liquid tastes like.
Do
I'm
you
not
want to
gonna-
taste
no. I really, you have no idea how much I want to taste that fucking green liquid, but I'm not gonna because it's probably gonna kill me. So
it? Go ahead and roll a force
I'm
die in
gonna
chat.
This is what happens when you speak about your desires.
Yeah.
All right, you break the urge to drink it. You're fine. You're not gonna get no strain. You're not gonna get a headache for thinking about this. You're okay.
Oh, God.
I'm just staring at it like, oh, I really shouldn't. I'm gonna climb back up, using my grappling hook. No, I'm not gonna climb up because that's for pleb. I am going to retract my grappling hook.
Oh. What the
Okay.
fuck are you gonna
And
do?
two things are gonna happen. I'm either gonna get to the top or I'm gonna take this whole fucking place down.
Yeah. So Amelia, go ahead and roll force die again.
Oh god, oh fuck.
All right. So you get about halfway through the tunnel. Mr. Carlson, what happens?
Wait, what? I missed something. What happens where?
So you see Slevin, like, hit the button on his chest like the Goonies kid and starts to retract himself through the tunnel. The line is taut to the ceiling of the gas station. Now, Amelia rolled a black pip, which is bad. So something bad happened. So I want you to tell me what happens as Slevin's coming out of the hole inside the tunnel.
Can I use the
That rope's
story
gonna
point?
come loose and
Actually,
pop out.
no. I want to see where this goes.
So what happens, Carlson?
The grappling hook's gonna pop out of the roof and he's gonna fall down.
Alright, so you're coming out. Now, because this is an old building that's decrepit and been worn down from the 200 plus years that's been unmaintenized by, unmaintenized new word, has not been kept on maintenance by Mr. Handy's, the grappling hook breaks through the actual, it breaks through the part it was grabbed onto, and you somersault back on your ass there, Slevin. You roll back and you hit the drum of the fluid, and it pours over you.
I'm going to close my mouth and plug my nose.
Oh my
Everything.
god. Plug
Plug
everything.
my mouth, plug my nose.
Fantastic. You hold your breath. You get none of this possibly delicious liquid in your mouth. After a couple of seconds, you get yourself off the ground. You're back at the bottom of the crater.
Does the FEV, does that mean I'm only immune to radiation and not, right?
You mentioned radiation, yes. Which also means this liquid is not going to hurt you at all. As far as you know.
Yeah,
Because a
but
direct drink of the liquid might be a little different.
Mm-hmm. I'm not immune to disease.
No.
Okay.
You're just immune to radiation poisoning is all you're immune to.
I'm going to pick my axe back up. And I am now going to... I'm gonna try again, because I'm stupid.
Do you choosing the grappling hook again?
I'm gonna use the grappling hook again, because I'm stupid.
Okay, so after all of you kind of watch this unfold, you see the grappling hook shoot back out the tunnel, hit against another part of the wall, and this time he does come out successfully. I'm not going to go ahead and do this, please do just repeat. So you do come out of the tunnel now, and Mr. Carlson and Amelia, you see that Simon is just covered now in this green glowing goo.
Oh,
That wouldn't touch me if I were you.
You would
Amelia,
not
your
like to.
acquaintance here appears to be leaking.
Hey, you're a cleaning robot. Can you clean me? Hello?
Error
Hello?
1130, no audio file found.
He says fuck no.
Very well.
God, I so much use your flamethrower, but you didn't. Okay, so, he doesn't know what to do.
Burn me alive. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna live with it.
All right,
Okay.
you kind of dust yourself off. You kind of just push all the green liquid off your body onto the ground. It kind of just splatters. It's like a thick, oily sludge that just settles on the ground, but it's a bit glowing. You're not looking. You don't want to look at this stuff too much.
I'm going to put my hand into the liquid and I'm gonna slurp it. I just can't. I have to. I need to know what would happen.
Build me a resilience pool, please.
I gotta know.
I just gotta know.
Go ahead and put in 2 purple.
2 purple.
Because you're ingesting this damn stuff, upgrade that purple to a red.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll.
I'm gonna use a story point to upgrade a green to a yellow.
Fantastic, go for it. Yes. So what you're seeing here, don't roll yet. So what you're seeing, Amelia, is that the story points, they go between players and GMs. So because he just used one to upgrade that one green to a yellow, he gives me one of the points to myself. That I can use from now on. Go ahead and roll there, Slevin.
I just gotta know.
You know what?
Oh God.
You pass, which means nothing happens. Your metabolism, your physique just does not get affected by the small amount of this goop you just slurped up. You're fine.
How does it taste?
It tastes very, very, very irony. It's like when you bite yourself on the tongue and you bleed. It tastes like that, but like 1,000 times worse.
That sounds disgusting. Sounds like licking a nickel.
Okay, I'm gonna spit it out.
All right, so you You see just a glob of this green fluid just splatter on the ground. It sticks on a wall, just sticks there.
It's just gonna be like, why did you do that?
I look at Amelia and I'm just like, I had to know what it tasted like.
No, you didn't.
And Mr. Carlson, you've realized in 200 years, everyone's turned stupid.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Not everyone, just
not my idea.
Just especially him.
All right. Okay, so that's the introduction of Mr. Carlson to the group.
Wahoo.
And I should turn to Slevin too and ask him, how are you acquainted with him?
We used to band together. I can't remember what you said. How together. You said that we knew each other from the town.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We know each other from Mesa.
You might have seen each other. You might not know each other personally, but you most definitely have seen each other in the town. Now, how close you know each other could be up to you, but it could be at the most basic. You've seen each other and you're tasked together to go as a group, or you could have been drinking buddies for the time being. It's up to you.
We were drinking buddies.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
We both drank the Nuka-Cola Quantum inside of the Repcon rocket.
That fuck.
Alright, and I'll turn to Amelia and ask, how should I refer to the dumb one?
The dumb one.
The name's Slevin, and I bow.
Yeah, his name's Slevin.
His name's Slevin. Okay, his name's Slevin.
Oh.
But you can call me anytime.
Okay, anytime.
I'm just have a list of nicknames down now.
You see, no.
Maybe we should stop toying with the robot.
All right. So, you have gotten out of the situation. You find yourselves within the main entry area of the gas station. Now, we're going to go ahead and say it is probably just after midday. We can say, is there a countdown here? That makes it easy if there is. No, there is not. So we can say it's roughly, I'm just to make it easy, I'm going to go by actual kind of Earth time. Well, Earth time, we're still on Earth. We're going to say it's around roughly 4 or 5 o'clock in the day.
Okay.
Now, as mentioned, you have the dead bodies of the raiders outside. There are a couple of the bodies of the ants that are just kind of laying around the area. There's a little tunnel that has been made, as Sullivan mentioned, between the door to this little area that has the tunnel to the front door. That's been kind of knocked down with the events of the fight going on. But the question I have for the three of you, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna take the kitten. I'm gonna scrape the kittens off the ant.
Sheaton. Is that right? Sheaton?
The chittens.
The
shell.
Yeah. The shell. Yeah.
Okay.
The stuff on the outside of their body.
The chitinous shell. Okay. If you wish to go ahead and do that, go ahead and build me a survival pool.
I think. Do I have a level in that?
And I'm just gonna hover around behind Amelia.
Still gonna roll it. Roll 2 dice. What's it?
Difficulty, we're going to go ahead and make this really average. We'll put in, actually, yeah, let's say average. We'll go ahead and put in 2 purple. But because of your background, being a marauder, nothing medical based and nothing survival based really, because you're not trained in either way, put in 2 black. Go ahead and roll.
I'm gonna fucking chop my head off.
Wow,
hey,
you do.
I think we succeeded.
All right.
But now,
What I'm gonna say is,
I chopped my hand off.
What I love about this system, even successes can fill you with dread.
their shells are a bit sharp. So as you were actually sitting there and taking the shells off the skeletons. You're taking the shells off of the ants. You actually poke yourself several times. I'm not gonna give yourself one wound.
And like, on average, how much stuff do you get? How much height? Yeah.
How much what? You're breaking up.
Hit. How much hit the exos?
How much? Are you asking how much they're worth?
No, I'm asking how much I got.
Oh, you only lost one wound.
No, how much?
How much
height I got?
did he get?
Okay, sorry, I'm not hearing. You asking how much time has passed?
How much did he get?
Are you
Okay, man, I'm hearing some way different things. Okay, you got. I don't know what the hell I was hearing. We're gonna go through the amount you rolled. We're gonna give you 2.
Okay.
So I guess I was hearing something off. Go ahead and put down 2 of those things in your inventory. Each one's gonna be 1 encumbrance. So that's 2 encumbrance.
I don't have 21. Come on, just let me. That's just. Don't.
Can I roll a? Oh no, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't know what it is. I'm just going to look at the weird animals on the ground and say that's a strange-looking dog.
Now that I have the ant hit, I'm gonna throw that on my back. Store it for selling.
Okay, so right now, look at your inventory there, Slevin. You're over. Your threshold.
I am. I'm gonna drop that TV dinner tray.
Okay. Go ahead and delete that from your inventory.
I don't know how.
Right-click it and go delete.
God, I just can't get rid of this TV dinner tray. It just won't.
It's like stuck in his hand.
I need this TV dinner tray.
All right. So you leave the TV dinner tray on just one of the ledges inside the place. After a bit of time, we'll say about an hour or so, you do get the pieces of the shells off of the ants. So you have a couple of the ant shells. Now, what would the rest of you like to do?
I'm gonna. So we're by the bodies, right?
Yes, there are several bandits, or I keep on saying bandits, the same thing. There are a couple of raiders at the front of the building.
Okay, I'm gonna go look through their stuff.
Do I have... Let's see real quick.
I loot the bodies.
Yeah.
It would be relevant in this setting. Yeah. So there are a couple of bodies. With my fantastic drawing skills.
I want to punch them. If I don't get nothing to punch soon, I'm gonna punch this goddamn robot.
Hey,
Called me
don't punch
stupid.
him.
He
Don't
called
punch
me
him.
stupid. I am not stupid. Bitches think I'm stupid. I ain't stupid.
Did you just get the list?
All right, I want you to go ahead and roll me. I won't do this. Roll me a d10. That's gonna be inside the little dice on the bottom left of the screen. One of you roll it.
Do I hear him say this?
About punching you?
Yeah.
With intelligence, I would say yes.
Wait, where's the D10?
Uh,
the D10, it's in the same group as the proficiency difficulty.
it's where the dice are, on the left side of the screen.
Oh. Okay.
Not with the...
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll that in chat, please.
God, fuck! I can't find it.
It's to the
No,
left
man.
of the vehicle crit.
The vehicle. Okay.
To the bottom of the proficiency, the yellow dot.
Oh.
Yeah,
The yellow.
anyone can do it.
Sorry, I'm stupid.
It's all good,
I got
it's all
stupid
good.
disease.
It's all good. You find a total of 7 bottle caps.
Holy shit.
I'm keeping that.
Old carrot for that.
I'm gonna put that on the actual vehicle character. There's no vehicle right now. You don't have. But if you click at the vehicle button at the top left of the screen, you'll see in the inventory are 7 credits. So, in general, I'll keep them there for right now until it's distributed. So,
Where would I see that?
look at the vehicle sheet. It's
Yeah,
at
I
the
don't
top
see
left.
it.
There's a little vehicle button.
It's
Oh, like a little...
Yep, it says vehicle. It looks like a little starship to the left of all your icons.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
oh, I found the details.
I still don't see it.
It's in.
Click
it's
on
in the
inventory. It's at the top of it. It says credits.
Oh, inventory.
Yeah.
Hearing Slevin getting all grumpy at me, I would like to say, I would like to break the tension with a joke.
With that...
I wish I could find love, but my software feels like the 40-year-old version.
I chuckle. And I say, huh, that's funny. You're a good robot. I hit him on the back of the head, abnormally strong because I am quite a strong man.
Yeah, you're moving a little bit, Mr. Carlson, but you're made pretty sturdily, so you're not dented at all. But you're nudged a bit.
This one probably had a kitten, but he doesn't anymore.
Aww.
Uh-huh.
All
I
right.
wish I had a kit. Would you be my kit? I'll take your silence as a yes, because it is not a no.
Outlook, not so good.
I read that on a ball once.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can't believe Mr. Handy's an 8-ball.
This is going to be a very interesting group, I can already tell. All right, so
I
Interesting.
think Amelia's got high intelligence.
daylight is burning. What do y'all wish to do?
I want to. I don't know. Actually, is there any buildings in the here area?
So as you step out after taking over the bodies of the raiders, I forgot to mention too, they actually have a few weapons because, well, they were raiders. So all the loot I'm going to put in the vehicle thing. If nothing's not taken except for the items, whatever's not taken, I'm deleting from the inventory. Except for the credits, because that's just going to distribute. So like the TV net tray, once you leave this area, whichever there is getting deleted if it's not taken into your own inventory. So, what is inside is this.
I call dibs on the stick.
So, you just drag that to your inventory by drag clicking from the little box, the hot link that's next to the name. You drag that to your inventory
Yeah.
character sheet, and you'll take it. You
Well,
can also
actually,
drop things into this.
Whoa. Whoa.
Do I know how much damage it does?
Click on it. I'll tell you.
Oh, it does? Okay. Oh, I thought it was like a big stick, but with
No.
one damage, I doubt that.
So the damage on melee weapons is the base damage. You always add your strength to that.
Oh, okay. So it would be 5 damage,
Yeah.
which isn't bad, but it's not as good as my 9.
Yes.
So I'm actually not going to take that.
Hmm.
Where is the vehicle? Alright, yeah, that's it. Never mind.
So, is there any, like, not run-down buildings, like a full roof, full walls, a door in the vicinity that I
No.
can see? No.
It's a wasteland.
Is there anything...
What you see in the immediate vicinity, I'm going to say, inside the few miles or distance you can see, you see the point of the needle in the far off distance, and you see some ruins to the northeast. But they're probably about 50, 60 miles away.
Okay. I don't think we should travel. And this place seems like the best place that we can be right now. So we're gonna have to find out some way to patch the holes in the roof and the windows that I jumped through.
Yeah. An immediate look around, there's going to be not enough materials to patch all the windows inside this place.
Can I try and salvage some wooden boards from the wooden shelf?
What do you want to do with them?
I want to try and rip the wooden boards off and try and, like, I guess there probably wouldn't even be any, like, nails or a hammer. Can I just create, like, a stack of those shelves on, like, all of the windows? Like, I'd assume it'd have to be a stack of 2.
You can make a general cover, but it's not going to keep anything out.
Okay, well...
It'll probably block someone from jumping through, but you'll still be able to see through it.
I think this is the best we can do. Robot, you don't need to sleep, right?
No, I do not.
You keep watch. Just beep really loudly if anything comes.
Okay.
Even if I did find a bed, doubt it would fit me. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna look for a bed for Amelia.
Oh.
You find a nice pile of dirt.
I'm gonna try and use my axe as like a turning thing to make it like not packed.
So you're trying to make it loose?
Yeah, I'm trying to
Okay.
make it a little loose so it's not super uncomfortable to sleep in.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna say to Amelia, this is the closest thing to a bed around. I think that you should take advantage of it.
Oh, okay.
Now, I will say in general, with all of your upbringings, what I'm getting so far, she would definitely be used to this. She probably wouldn't be
Yeah.
accustomed to like luxury, so.
Yeah. She's just like, oh, okay.
And
That's a nice gesture, though.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sleep on the floor.
All right.
I'm used to beds never fitting me, so I don't really sleep on.
All right. So before we pass on the day to the coming day, is there anything the three of you would wish to do before we continue on to the next day?
I guess we never really did we? Yeah, no, I don't think we ever searched the actual storeroom. Like, was there any boxes in there that I could pry open, possibly? Maybe if it's a gas station, maybe there's like jerky, something that wouldn't really go old.
As you go through the boxes, you realize that there are small breaks, ant-sized, in the bottom of the boxes where they ate everything. It seemed to have been a storeroom that had a bit of foodstuffs and some miscellaneous objects that they all ate and destroyed.
Oh.
Does the hot plate need an energy source, or is it powered by its own battery?
The hot plate does actually need to be plugged in.
Okay. Does this
Because
place
I
have a
transferred
generator?
power.
And, like,
Right.
anywhere?
You see an outlet at
Can
the
you-
wall.
Well,
Can you plug it
sure,
in
I
the
see an
main?
outlet. I'm gonna plug it in and not expect anything to happen.
Yeah, nothing happens.
I'm pretty sure citywide power was lost about 200 years ago.
That's about right.
Do I have a power outlet?
Does he have a tail?
I would say not for parent objects. There's actually a talent for that. So essentially right now,
there?
no. Yeah.
I am going to say to the robot, this is the closest thing we can get to a cooked meal is you using your flamethrower on this ant. So I would suggest you do that.
Excellent.
It's all fleshy now, isn't it?
Souffle ant coming right up.
So you just see a whoosh and the area lights up during the nighttime as Mr. Gosseling's barbecuing the ants.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna stomp on.
all right, you have
What's
succulent
it?
ant barbecue meat that you can enjoy for the day.
I don't need to roll some kind of professional cooking check for that.
Nah, not for this. Not for this.
You're just kind of holding it and flame throwing it.
Flame grilled, man. It's Hungry Jack's. Like, Burger Kings for you guys, I guess.
You said that with such disgust.
I have never once in my life eaten at a Burger King. I don't think I ever will.
It's not that great.
Yeah, I prefer some other places. I like a Sonic. Anyways, you do have the food. You have consumption for the day as we traverse. As the night rolls along, the temperature does drop within the wasteland. The ever so... That's what we're looking for. The vigilance of Mr. Carlson throughout the night as he kind of floats about, scanning the horizon. But luckily for you, Mr. Carlson, during the night, nothing sneaks upon you.
Well, I wouldn't see anything even if it bloody well did. My perception's pretty damn low.
I am gonna be like back in a minute.
Okay.
Valid. Fortnite dances.
So I'm not going to be looting anything deliberately. So if you guys actually want me to carry something, you're going to have to, shove it in me.
Just strap it to you.
Tape
I
it
took
to you.
backpack, so I'm assuming that's my internal storage area.
Yeah, I'd say you're a bit built to have a bit of carrying capacity.
And I've got, with my metal armor, I've got the,
I'm back.
got the pocketed armor attachment. I've got
Damn.
2 encumbrance for my armor. That, can just, I guess I've got, pockets on my armor or something. I don't bloody... And I've got 4 encumbrance spot inside me, so... Which 3 of it's used for a shotgun.
I'm back.
Fantastic.
Welcome back.
As you step outside, the bodies of the raiders are gone.
Oh, spooky.
Ghost!
Did I see anything take them?
No, because you have really bad perception.
Nice.
Do I see a trail of blood leading anywhere?
Yes. You look at the ground and you see what looks to be... Go ahead and give me actually a survival roll.
Oh, it's clobbering time.
Put in... No. Rebuild it.
Yeah.
2 purple. 1 black. For the dusty nature of the terrain, and go ahead and roll. I'll always tell you the reason why I'm giving you the setback or the boost die. Okay, so I'm not going to use the setback for anything here, but you do realize that there are a lot of tracks of what look to be dogs around.
Oh.
Dog. Yummy, yummy dog.
Which apparently Mr. Carlson did decide to tell you about during the night, so...
I didn't think it was relevant.
Or he didn't hear him.
Or he's just a dumb robot.
Let's go with that.
I am gonna alert everyone that there was dogs here. And I am looking to smack some stuff because I trained with my axe.
Well, the
Over-
tracks with the animals do lead off to the southwest.
Which is the opposite way we're going.
Yes.
Let's ignore it and let's head towards the wait,
The needle?
The needle?
wait.
She's just gonna be like, she's just gonna like nod and like look at the tracks and be like, I want to sleep again.
Oh, hey, Amelia.
Hmm.
See, I'm a bit of a philosopher. What's your take on cannibalism?
If you have to do it, do it.
Personally, I think if they're already dead, it's not that big of a deal. But
What
this
are
is
you-
all theoretical.
Is it now?
Yeah.
Well, you should mind the bones. You don't want to chip a tooth.
But hypothetically, if I was to chow down on a corpse in front of you, you would not mind.
No.
Okay. Good to know.
A grown man needs his protein.
Well, that'll be unusual, but being a doctor, I guess I might be okay with Amelia. But in general, almost any person you meet, besides another probably super mutant or even maybe a ghoul, is going to be thoroughly disgusted by that act. So,
Millie's just tired.
I'm aware. But we have history, so she's like, okay.
So where are we heading, Amelia?
We're heading towards the Space Needle in Seattle. We're heading towards the needle. See that pointy thing in the distance?
Right.
Probably
That-
not. No.
Oh right, I forgot. You were punched in the eye receptor. You don't see good.
Well, we're going to. What is it for again?
Going there for communication.
Right, we're going to that needle to get communication devices.
yep. Because the town of Mesa, which is down here, the leader of that town wants the communications equipment to build his own little radio in town to communicate with other
forgot.
settlements.
I actually forgot to add my radio to my inventory. So I assume
How
that would
much
have
can you?
some
How
sort
much
of-
can you walk in a day?
Typically, if you're moving at standard pace, on even terrain, it's around 20 miles a day.
Okay, so it would take us about 3 days.
Yeah. So as long as the terrain is okay, you can move 2 squares a day. You can move more if you want to push yourself, but you're going to start going into resilience rolls.
Okay. Well then, let's start running. Let's no, we're not running. I'm not running. They can run if they want. Let's start hobbling along. Sand, dust towards the needle.
All right.
And can I make a perception roll to see if there's any like notable spots?
Absolutely.
Right.
In fact, I'll make you do that. Or go ahead and actually, I want you to go ahead and tell me first. If there's any type of scroll you wish to do as we start moving northwards. If you're going to use a perception roll, tell me what you're looking for specifically.
I am looking for build.
I got a phone call. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, hello. Huh. Oh.
Hello. Whoa.
Oh, god damn it. Hold on. My mom's calling me.
Well, I won't be paying perceptive, attention to anything as we're walking along because I'm a robot. This might be harder of a roleplay than I thought.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, it was my dear old mumsy. She wanted to get some information done. All right, so let's see. Slevin, you're building a perception pool. What do you want to use it for?
I want to use it to look for buildings.
All right. Go ahead and put in. We'll do generalize. We'll make it easy because it's easy to look around. There's no dust storms going about. Do one purple die.
Okay. And
Because
anything
you
else?
are unfamiliar with the terrain, put in one black. Go ahead and
Okay.
roll. You see in the distance. Oh, what's he typing out? Okay, that's my one clap to you. Right, now luckily when you sleep in the night, you're going to get rid of all your strain. But I'm going to give you one more strain because you're just looking out into the distance there, Slevin, for the time.
Okay, and also I got rid of the wounds that I got because the wounds is your brawn, right?
Yes, you get rid of the wounds because of a talent?
No, because it's an extender.
Because of what?
Because it was an extended.
Extended what?
Extended rest.
Do you actually heal?
You only heal one, I believe. How much damage do you have?
I actually can't remember. Let's see, natural rest.
I'm pretty sure you recover
Oh,
one.
that-
Yeah, it's one wound.
My mother's would not leave me alone.
Isn't there two kinds where it's just like you're just lounging around, and there's also you went to sleep?
Yeah, when you sleep, it's one wound. So if you want to be healed, you have to start stim packs or have someone actually heal you. Luckily, there's a doctor in the group.
Okay. Well, one isn't that bad, so I'm not gonna bother her.
Okay.
Oh, valid.
So what do I see?
All right. So, in the distance, you see the flat desert landscape of the wasteland. There are ruins to the northeast. We'll go ahead and mark it right. We'll make it a point of interest if you so wish to go near. I'll put it, let's make it a little bit larger. Call it a rank 2. So, in this location, you see the ruins of a old pre-war city. There are a bit of buildings that reach up into the sky, but as I mentioned, it's all just steelwork and just the framework of the buildings from just the amount of time that's been passed through the war.
Okay.
But for the most part, you see no signs of anything else besides that would stand out. Now, you do have a map. The map we're using right now is actually the map that was given to you by the town of Mesa. And so you do know that on this map, there are marks for water. Now, you did pass the actual Snaking River that you do know is a bit to the southeast. And there's also markings on the map of a small water source. It's about 20 miles to the north. So the question to all of you is, knowing that there's a bit of the ruins of a city that's to the northeast, and ruins can be opportunities for loot salvage. Also, it could mean that it might be raiders, it could be entities, there could be people there. And there's a bit of markings for, on this map, which is old, there is markings for bodies of water directly to the north. So, where do you wish to travel?
I want to go to the ruin.
Yeah, same.
Well, then to the ruins we go.
Right? So we're going to move your stuff one at a time, because we're going to do a bit of hex crawl. I'm going to still decide if we want to do a hex crawl with this, or do just generalized things. So, just to get an idea of how you all like, would you like to do a kind of square by square and see what happens, or you just want to go immediately to the point of interest, which would be that town? Or not the town, but the ruins.
I like the way that Fallout 1 and 2 does it, where there's space and every space is a chance.
Move a hex at a time. All right, so go ahead and move your icon one hex, or one square.
Boom.
All right. And then I'm going to roll to see if anything interesting happens.
We get attacked by Deathclaw, riding a rad scorpion.
That would be fairly interesting if you saw that. You spend the next couple hours. You move about 10 miles as you're traveling through the wasteland. You see no signs of life anywhere in the distance as you're traveling. But eventually, after about 5 hours of traveling, reaching ever so close to the ruins that you see are about now maybe 10 miles away, in the distance, I want all of you to go ahead and build a perception pool, please. We're going to go with average difficulty, so 2 purple. Amelia, this will be for you also.
Oh.
So, Amelia, here's one thing that is actually, I think this class already knows. So, there's a way to see who's rolling what and how the pools are built. So, if you look at the top right of the screen, Amelia, where there is going to be 2 d6s underneath like a sword or next to a sword, click on that. You open up the dice pool tracker. Do you have it open?
Oh, yeah.
So this is going to show you everyone's skill. It even shows what I'm rolling at the time. So looking at this right now, we do see that Slevin and Amelia have the same perception. Mr. Carlson can't see shit, apparently.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm back.
Well,
Hello!
Hey there,
Sorry.
Brit.
My brother took forever to decide what to do.
It's all good. Still about half didn't join the session. Was a bit surprising after all I did fucking yesterday. But I'll deal with that later on.
Those douchebags.
Alright, so you have no computer, right, Chris?
Yeah, unfortunately.
And the guy that was going to help you out is not here. Let's see how I'm going to do this. Alright, I'm going to do... You know what? I don't want to do this next time, but for right now, I will do the rules for you.
I can do the rolls. I have the dice.
Do you have a character sheet, though?
What's up?
Do you have a character sheet? Do you know your stats?
I know them more or less, and if I get something wrong, you can just tell me how many dice to roll.
Okay, then we'll go with that. Go ahead and build. You're going to go ahead and do a perception pool for yourself there. Eins. So it is going to be straight 3 green and 2 purple. Now everyone, go ahead and roll.
2 green, 2 purple. You said
3 purple. Sorry, 2 purple, 3 greens.
2 purple, 3 green.
You failed and got 3 threats.
Okay. So the arrows, I believe, are advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I got one of the fails. I got 2 successes, and I got 4 advantages. Here, I'm going to send you the screenshot.
Yeah, that'll probably be easy if you just send me the screenshot.
Yeah, give me a moment.
It'll probably just be easier for.
Honestly, just tell me the total.
Yeah.
Honestly, tell me if you succeeded, and then tell me if you have any leftover threat or leftover advantage.
Okay,
So-
It'll probably just be a
I
lot
had-
easier for the
I had-
DM to roll.
Hold on, I had no threat. I had 1 fail, but I had 2 successes. And I had 4 advantages, so I have 4 advantage left over.
Hmm.
2 of the dice were basically double arrows, and the success are what look like bullet holes. The failures, I believe, are the circle with those 3 lines in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I got.
Okay. That's still, as much as I juggle around, I'm not going to want to go through that. So,
See if I can send it.
that's still, it's a bit
Your
much.
files are too powerful.
Just let the GM roll.
Yeah, honestly, with everything I do, I don't really want to go through that. So, I know you're at a win right now, so I'm not going to hold anything against you with that. But I am going to do the rules for you with this. Or you have to give me just the basic layout, yes, no, with if you succeed or not, because I don't want to go through all the calculations right now, because like I said, I don't want to deal with that right now. So,
Okay, I have 2 successes, 4 advantages, 1 fail.
okay, that's still too much. You have to tell me if you succeed or fail. Just tell me yes or no.
Oh, I succeeded.
Okay. So essentially, as you traversing northward, heading towards the ruins that you see in the distance, they're about 10 miles away now. As you're traveling, the landscape being broken apart by the foundations of buildings, the broken slab work of concrete, as well as just the clouds in the distance. You still see the needle that's getting slowly closer. Behind you leave behind the gas station that you picked up the new Mr. Handy. As you're traveling, you come
got Mr.
across...
Handy.
Yep, Mr. Handy is with the group now. You
Thank
come across a body
Oh,
on the ground. A bit hidden away as you're traveling, a bit dust covered from just the environment. But you see the scraps and the clothing of 2 individuals face down in the ground. Next to them, also buried partway in the ground, is a Brahmin, the 2-headed cow.
oh,
There's a Brahmin half buried.
Yes, dead. Very, very much dead. Noticeable by the rib bones sticking out from the ground, where it looks like dogs have been chewing apart the red meat, and it's a bit wet still, which means it is fairly recent. What do you do?
Gotcha.
I'm gonna inspect the human or the whatever they are bodies.
All right, what about the rest of you?
I'm gonna investigate the body as well.
Okay. As you move closer, you see that the bodies in the ground face down are both humans. Middle-aged. In the clothing at the back, there are several bullet holes.
Oh,
The pockets are turned out, and you see that the Brahmin that is in the ground has been a bit chewed apart by possibly the same pack of dogs that took the bodies from the day before. You see that there are straps for packs on the Brahmin that has also been rummaged through. There's nothing valuable laying about. These are what seem to be 2 traders that were traveling somewhere that have met their demise by several bullets.
Wah, wah.
so that means that someone's taking the dogs around, possibly.
Possibly. But you
Most
see
likely.
you see the very obvious. Well, I just started for the first time in a long time. You see the very obvious bullet holes in their backs as they're shot. What looks to be running away from whatever shot
Yeah.
them. The question is, who shot them?
Who did you?
The bodies are left alone. They're not been eaten apart by whatever animal has ripped them apart. But the Brahmin has been. So,
I'm gonna look around for Strat again.
anything valuable has been taken apart, and there's nothing else that's lying about except for dirt and shrubbery. You expect the nearest signs of possible salvage or loot might be from whatever to the direct north or to the east. You see the ruins? As you look to the north, you do see that the terrain does indent a little bit, so you can't see much further. If this map is correct, there's going to be a body of water in that distance.
I'm gonna look for Strat.
Sounds like a good idea.
All right, go ahead and build me a survival pool.
I think it would be better for me to aid in someone else looking for Strat.
I could do that.
Absolutely. That'll give you a purple.
A purple.
Yep, and I
Sorry, not a
believe
purple. I'll give you a blue. My apologies.
Yeah, I have 3 for survival, so I'm going to stick with the 3. Sorry, I have 3 cunning and intelligence, so the 3 green. How many purple?
Purple is going to be 3 purple. Since it's been a bit amount of time, as I mentioned, the terrain does not leave tracks that well.
And add 1 blue, right?
Depends. Johnny, are you wanting to roll, or not Johnny? Slevin, are you wanting to build a pool?
I'm not. No, it's gonna be useless. So I'm gonna aid him.
Okay.
And
So in that case,
I-
for you, Ines, go ahead and throw in 2 blue.
Okay, can I use one of my advantages before to add a blue?
The advantages was for
The last roll.
perception
And
last roll
I
to see what's
told
going
you I
on.
had 4 advantages. I had two successes, 1 failure, and 4 advantages.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll.
Roll. Okay, I have 1 threat, but 2 successes.
All right.
That's the grand total.
1 threat, 2 successes. I'm going to give you a little bit of strain, as just the heat of the sun beating down on you thoroughly.
So 1 strain.
Yep. I'll keep track of that on your character sheet. But you do see that these tracks head to the north.
Cool.
There are tracks of what seem to be boot prints, and they do lead away from the area of the Brahmin and the 2 dead traders.
Do they head in the same direction as the ruins?
No, if you look at the map, the ruins are to the east, and directly north of you is the location marked of the water. Yes.
Okay, well, I say that we go for the ruins because there can be supplies there. Anyone object?
Nope.
Okay, then we'll keep heading towards the ruins.
All right. Go ahead and move that token once more to the direction you want to go.
Boom.
All right. So, you've traveled roughly about 8 hours. You feel a bit fatigued. Now, this is the wasteland. Y'all are familiar with traveling with not having the luxuries of our modern day vehicles. It's just a dream of having these old pre-war vehicles operational. You do know that sometimes they tend to blow up very violently if they are shot numerous times by bullets, but no one's ever got them really working. Although there are rumors, there are tales of various vehicles that do work, being from the Oliver vertebrates from the Brotherhood of Steel, as well as numerous other vehicles. In fact, there was rumor of an actual car being operational that you've heard coming from the New California. But as you travel, the day is going on further and further. The ruins getting closer. Now, as I mentioned, these are pre-war ruins. And you're now at the outskirts of this pre-war town, the city, that did at one point, as you marvel at its magnificence, that you imagine it would be if it was still standing, because the ruins are taller than anything you've ever experienced before. Now, you've seen maybe various buildings, various settlements, but just imagine these buildings that might go... You're used to maybe 2-3 story buildings, but to see ones that might go 15, 20, even 30 stories high, just the thought of that, people being in there and working, is quite outstanding. But at the outskirts, you see just the ruins. You see various cars. Again, anything valuable would have been immediately picked through and thoroughly cleaned away by. But you have arrived at your destination.
Do the cars look not functional, but like, I'll just say it. Does it look like if I shot it, it would explode?
That you would not know until you try. You don't really know what causes them to explode, they just do. Now, in the various fights because obviously everyone here has seen fights in the Wasteland. You've been in the fights in the Wasteland. There's no real way to tell if a vehicle is going to explode or not. Just in general, if a car does get shot at, you tend to want to leave their vicinity, especially if they start to make a bit of a noise. Because you may have experienced it at one point in time, but whenever you shoot these vehicles and they start to make a small whiny noise, moments later they tend to explode very violently. But you have no way to tell.
Is there is there an amount of cars that would set off chain reaction?
Now, obviously, because this is a bit part of the city, you do see that the terrain itself, over the years, there are dunes that do flow over of just sand that flow over the streets that were once there, as well as covering a lot of the fronts of the buildings that might be still standing. A lot of the foundations you can't see. But you do see there is a line of vehicles that are thoroughly rusted through at this point, holes through the metallic hull of the vehicles that are lined as if they were going to one destination together. So there wasn't going to be a chain reaction. It could happen possibly here.
Okay. I'm going to mention to Chris, or Ainz, I guess. You stay back and keep your sights on that front car.
Okay.
When you see me running back, fire.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and lure them all out and get a mad dash out of there while you blow them to shreds. Because there's definitely people in this town.
Dude, listen to me. You realize my gun just shoots needles, right?
Well, do you have a gun that doesn't shoot just needles?
Not that I know of.
Dang. What about you, Amelia?
Now, I will say real quick, Ainz, there were a couple pipe pistols that were left behind by the raiders at the gas station. Would you want to take one of those?
Yes, I would. I did not know that.
Okay. So in that case, you do have a weapon.
Okay, so I nod to you.
then I am going to try and make as much noise as possible, lure them out, at least to make sure that there is something here, and if not, then no big deal. But if there is, you open fire on those cars and let's hope that they explode. Because one, that would be very, very cool to look at. And two, no more raiders, dogs, scorpions, ants, whatever.
Maybe check the cars to see if there's like stuff in them that would probably set off.
If there was stuff in the cars, the stuff in the cars would.
So, you're gonna go to the cars and make a lot of noise. Is that what I'm getting?
I'm gonna go to the cars and I'm just gonna yell. I'm gonna like bang, like I'm gonna take the my hot plate and the end of my axe and bang the two pieces of metal together. Make as much noise as possible.
Okay. Alright. So, as the big super mutant is walking towards the group of vehicles, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm standing by like he asked me to.
Okay, so Mr. Carlson's just hanging out there. What about you, Amelia? And what about you, Ainz?
I'm gonna just be
I
waiting quietly by the.
Yeah, it was Ainz that said he's gonna wait by.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, I heard everything probably, so I'm gonna be like behind something.
Okay. But you're at the outskirts of the city, so there are going to be some relatively close by, I'll say, frames of the old buildings that are still standing. It's just some bit of cobblestone, pieces of decaying rotten wood. It gives some small cover, but nothing to really hide through. You're going to find more intact, probably structures, further into the actual ruins.
Oh, valid. Then I'll just be farther away.
Alright. As y'all wait to see what kind of commotion that Slevin can draw. Slevin, you approach the line of vehicles. As you're gathering near, you make out the signs of the cars. Obviously, the windows and all the protection covering would have been shattered and broken a long time ago. As you get near, you see that anything inside would have been taken, although about half the vehicles are covered in parts of the dunes of just the dirt that kind of been flown through the area.
So, do they still have an engine, or is the engine gone?
The engine would be under the hood, which are all currently closed. None of the hoods are open.
I am gonna use my axe as sort of like a leverage point. Try and like crowbar open that.
Okay. With your super mutant strength, although this could be different ways, go ahead and build me a strength pool.
You mean brawn?
Yeah, sorry, Brent. Yep. Build me a brawn pool. You know what I mean.
Well, I didn't know. I hadn't checked. I didn't know if there was a a strength.
When I say
skill.
strength, I mean brawn.
Okay.
Go ahead and put in one purple. Sorry, upgrade that one purple to one red.
Okay.
So that's one red in there. Go ahead and roll. Alright, yeah, you quickly get the edge of the axe under the hood of the vehicle and you pry it and it just pops open with a bit of rending and breaking of metal. And you see just this metallic work of machinery that you have no idea what it does.
But it's there, and that's really all I care about. The fact that it's there. How was it really hard for me to pop open this?
You would expect a normal human might have a bit of trouble, but with you, it's very easy for you, essentially.
Okay, that's really good to know. I am. Has anyone reacted to the sheer amount of commotion I'm making?
No, not yet. You kind of, as you've been doing this, you've been kind of eyeing the scenery to see if anyone pops out or anyone's taking a look. And so far, nothing.
Okay. I am then. I'm gonna use the free advantage to give me a boost on my next thing. And that next thing is gonna be making a. I think it's called coercion. The scary one.
Coercion.
And I'm gonna also use the free action, don't remember what it's called, to activate Coyote style, which means that coercion is with my brawn. Therefore, I'm gonna make a brawn pool to try and pretend that I'm like a really big threat and they should come out and attack me.
Okay. Put in 1 purple.
And
1 blue. Because you're being threatening. Go ahead and roll.
Hey guys, someone's ringing the doorbell. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So I succeed.
You stand there threatening, making noise, trying to draw out any people to accost you. When bursting out under the ground of the vehicles are 3 rat scorpions.
Okay, and this is when it happens. I fucking bolt it, and I yell at Ein, when I get clear, fire.
Yeah, we're going straight into initiative.
So what did he say?
I'm yelling at you, when I get clear of the cars, fire. 3
All right.
rad scorpions just came out of the ground.
Okay.
So, we're going to go into combat because I know some of you have not done this yet. So let's go ahead and see what combat would be like with some enemies, because you've been making noise and drew out some rat scorpions that were used in the cars as a bit of a home. So, let me go ahead and find my map I want to use. I'm not going to use that. We're going to use...
And it's just here, like there's no difficulty dice, or...
don't roll yet because I want to get some things together.
Okay.
So, what is Chris? Human?
A ghoul
Ghoul, okay.
named Ein.
Make me loud. Sorry.
Oh, we'll have him describe that when he gets back from his door thing. What should I use?
Okay. Sorry. Alright, so why don't you roll for initiative?
Real quick, because we do have a couple players meeting each other, so just to make an idea, I want Mr. Carlson and Eins to tell each other who each other is. So you got an idea.
Okay, I'm a ghoul. Basically like a nerdy ghoul, I guess you could say, and somehow I'm a very attractive ghoul because I have the advantage attractive.
Hot ghoul, hot ghoul.
Okay.
Yes, I am a hot ghoul.
Fucking valid.
And I consider myself somewhat of a hunk as myself, but it's more of a hunk of metal.
Whereas I actually have the advantage attractive.
And I'm a Mr. Handy. So.
Oh,
I'm Mr. Carlson. Mr. Carlson.
I can actually repair you with my skills.
Excellent.
Slash upgrade you, should I feel so inclined.
I shall keep in mind being polite to this one. The attractive odd one.
Oh, he is anything but polite.
I'd also ask you what your designation is.
Oh, designation as in...
Name. But I'm a robot, so I can't just say, what's your name?
Oh, he's Heinz. That's literally all he is.
Cool. Because at the moment, Slevin is anytime. So.
He is at any time what?
That's his name.
Oh, mine's literally just Heinz. That's all I am.
Cool.
Yep.
All right, do you see the map?
Yeah.
Position yourselves where you would like to be.
I do not see the map, so you know.
I know. We'll go with a little bit of scripting for you. Now, this map is just for a general idea. I'm not going to use it specifically, but get the idea of the line of cars and kind of the city environment at the moment as you're at the outskirts of it.
Okay, I think that's pretty accurate in where I actually am.
All right, we'll go with that.
What a very Fallout 1/2 feel.
All right, so now I need everyone to roll initiative. Here's how we do this. What I first want is Amelia. Go to your character sheet.
Oh, okay.
Go to the top where it says initiative, and we're going to
Really big and I got
use
scared.
vigilance.
Okay.
This is not going to be a cool pool, it's going to be a vigilance pool. Because this was unexpected.
That is a good point.
I just...
Alright, so Mr. Carlson, you're actually using the wrong one. Don't use a skill, use the actual initiative vigilance.
Okay.
My vigilance is so much better than my cool.
Alright, so same with you, Amelia. Don't use a skill, go to the combat tab of the character sheet, and at the top right of the character sheet where it says initiative, use the vigilance one. Alright, now go ahead and roll. Ines, what's your, actually, I don't know if you even know. For you, go ahead and roll.
Holy shit, I got real.
Roll 2 green there, Ines.
Roll 2 greens.
Yep.
Okay.
Then tell me what you get.
2 successes, 1 advantage.
Alright. 2.1. Damn, that rolled by Slevin though, holy shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. I got 4 success.
You
Alright,
have
let's
one
see,
advantage.
let's see what my scorpions can do though.
The tension is killing me.
Alright. So here's how initiative works for you, Amelia. So we're gonna open up. So you're gonna start seeing why having multiple monitors is kind of good for this thing. The top right button is gonna be a button that looks like a sword. Click on that
Oh.
for the combat tractor. You have it open?
Yep.
All right. So unlike D&D, in this game, when you actually roll initiative, you build slots. You don't actually take that the number you roll. You build a slot, and then every turn, any player can take that slot. So every round it changes who wants to go first. So you build permanent slots for that combat encounter, but every round you get to decide between the players who goes when. Now luckily it's going to go 3 players, and then 2 of my guys, a player, and then my last enemy. So what we need to know is, for the first round of combat, who wants to go first? Now, there's going to be 3 of you going first before I go, so...
I think it should be me, because no one can really shoot at the cars until I'm out of there.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take that spot.
Might be too soon to say this. I'll go last as well, because my character wouldn't really do anything until everyone's engaged because he's a robot.
Okay. Then I'm going to take the initiative, and I'm going to.
So real quick, so let me
sacrifice-
put in the scorpions on the map so you guys see what's going on.
Okay. I'm going to take 2 strain to get an extra maneuver.
Okay. Now let's say this right here would be 1 rage band. So within right side of that line is going to be short range. Then on the left side of that is going to be medium range. So if you want to move to the other side of the thing, it'll be 1 maneuver there, Slevin.
Well, what I was wondering, can I attack? And then I can use a maneuver to engage with someone, and then run away with another maneuver.
Yeah, you just have to take either 2 strain, or if you can generate enough advantage to actually take another maneuver, you can do that.
Well, I am going to. I guess I'll just wait and see. I'm going to use a maneuver to engage with the rad scorpion directly above me, and I'm gonna clap his shit with my axe.
Alright, so build the pool. Put in 2 purple. And then, for good measure, just because we can, and these things burst out of the ground, surprising you, put in 1 black.
Guys, I will be right back.
Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna use a story point to upgrade my last green to a yellow.
Go for it. Go ahead and roll.
Whoa.
Nice.
Oh my god, they
Alright.
still got kind of shit though.
You're going to strain yourself a bit, so I'm going to give you 1 strain. Yeah, that roll is not that good. Go ahead and drag that damage. No, you can actually drag that damage on top of the icon in the map. We'll do the same thing.
Okay. Damage. Oh wait. Don't forget to add the modifier of put the guy on top.
Okay. So you drop a heavy blow on top of the first rat scorpion, and you just see parts of its shell fly off its body as you bring your axe into the top of its head. Don't quite kill it yet, but it is damn hurt.
I didn't exactly expect to kill it with 1 melee. And then with my other maneuver, I am going to get out of there. So I can move to the opposite end of the green line.
You're engaged, which means you cannot actually.
Oh.
I actually should have mentioned that. That can actually fall on my part. Because you're engaged, to actually move out of engagement, you have to actually use another maneuver.
Okay. Well then, I'm not going to take it. Because, yeah, not going to take it.
Alright. So you're going to go toe-to-toe these things? Go ahead and pass your turn.
I am.
So is it my turn next so I can shoot the cars?
How do I pass it again?
There'll be the down arrow in the combat tracker.
Ah, right. There you go. Next first. Whoever wants to go next.
Now, shooting the cars would be a bad idea because, well, he's next to the car still.
Oh, he's still next to the cars? Okay, so I'll just use the pipe. Are the scorpions in a clear line of sight for me?
For me, Ainz, yes, there's a couple.
Okay. I'm going to take aim at the nearest one to him, unless that makes it...
Do you want to target the one that he's fighting with, or you want to target one that's behind him?
If I attack the one that's behind him, is there a risk that I might hit him?
No. But the one that he's engaged with is hurt pretty bad.
Well, I'm going to trust his durability.
Okay.
I'd rather he not be hit from behind. Because that,
Fantastic.
that would come an advantage, I imagine, for the scorpion. So I believe...
No, I don't think so, actually. I think you mentioned that there's no point.
No, I'm talking about
But
advantage.
it's up to the
not
DM
just like-
to assign boosts and setbacks.
Because
and stuff.
advantage can mean any number of things. Like if you don't know the scorpion's there, that could be itself be
Scorpions in this case would know fighting's going on, so I would not give you a boost for being around that kind of area.
Are you talking about me?
I believe for Ainz.
Just roll the shooty. Roll the shooty.
But Ainz, you do get a blue because you have quick strike, and they haven't gone yet, so.
Yep. I also have my 3 other advantage items. So how many greens do I roll? How many purples?
Alright, so for you, Ainz, you're going to be rolling. This is. Okay. So you're going to be rolling 1 yellow, 1 green, 2 purple, and 1. Actually, no. You're going to have to move. You're actually at too long of a range. You got medium range between the red scorpions, and the weapon's only short range, which you got to move closer.
Okay, so I'll move closer.
Okay. So use a maneuver for that, which is fine. So it's going to be 1 purple, 1 yellow, 1 green, and 1 blue.
1 purple, 1 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue.
Yes.
Plus the advantages that I already have.
For what?
I didn't get rid of them. Remember I said I wanted to transfer them over from the last success?
In this situation, it wouldn't work. They got to be used for kind of that same situation. It wouldn't work for this right here, because this is kind of in combat right now.
Alright. Didn't realize. My apologies. So, I forget. What does that triumphant dice look like? Is that the circle one?
Yes.
The one with the gunshot and the circle?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got one of those. I got 1 advantage, and I got 2 successes.
All right.
I got, and that's left over from the 1 threat and 1 failure that I rolled on the 1 purple.
Okay, so as long as you
you got a
cancel out
crit?
the threat.
I think I crit because I got the one with the circle and
Yeah,
around
you
the
could use that for a
purple
crit.
one.
You could use that. Well, you could use that to inject the poison, but you have red scorpion poison, so it actually wouldn't do anything to these things.
Yeah, that's why I have the. I took out.
But you could do a standard crit if you want to,
Sure.
and then you're gonna do 6 damage.
Nice. And what does the crit add to it?
I'm gonna roll for it, and we're gonna find out. So I will drag
Yeah.
over the damage. So it takes 2 wounds, and then the crit that it takes is. Let's see.
Oh, did I tell you I was going to aim? I keep on forgetting that rule.
It's too late now. I already dragged everything over. So it is staggered until its next turn. It is stunned.
Oh, nice. So it's
Wait,
it's turn.
next turn, as in it's gonna end pretty soon.
Until the end of its next turn.
I know, but it hasn't gone yet, so like that's gonna be pretty soon.
Is he cutting out for anyone else?
No.
No.
Okay, that's just.
It's stunned on its next turn, kind of thing.
Yeah, so when it comes right now, it's going to be stunned.
Okay.
And I forget what stagger does. Let's find out. 15.
Because stunning something, if it was to wear off at the start of their turn, then there would be no point in stunning anything else. Unless you could do it during their turn.
Okay, what this means is that it can't take its turn coming up right now, which is actually pretty good. So it's eventually not going to do anything on its turn coming up, so it does lose its own turn. All right, so with that, we're going to go ahead and pass the turn to the next person. So Mr. Carlson or Amelia, who's going to go next?
I can go.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I cut out for a long while there. I couldn't hear
Oh.
anyone. So could you give me a review of the last 30 seconds?
Ainz shot the red scorpion between the eyes, made it stagger, it's stunned. So it falls to the ground and it started to twitch a little bit. So essentially, on its turn, it doesn't do anything. It loses its turn.
Yay! I was helpful. Take that, you overgrown lizard.
All right.
I know, it's not a lizard, but still. First thing that came to me.
So, Amelia, if you look at the comment tracker, there's going to be a little D20 icon next to your name. Click on that to take the slot.
Oh, there it is.
Fantastic. You are now taking a turn. So, what you can do on your turn, Amelia, is you have an action, you have a maneuver. And maneuver is used to move around. You can aim, or you do that. On top of the maneuver, you have an action. That's going to be where you use a skill to your attack.
Right.
You can take 2 strain to voluntarily do another maneuver. So you can aim twice, or you can move twice, or you can move and then aim. But you are taking 2 strain. So the question to you is, right now you're at medium range between yourself and the red scorpion. What would you like to do?
There's still Wi-Fi here, yeah.
I'd like to shoot at it with my.
I get 1 bar for here, but...
Alright. Which one do you want to shoot?
The one that's stunned.
Alright, fantastic. Alright, so what I want you to do is we need to find out first off the range of your weapon. So, your gun is short range, which means you actually is too inaccurate to shoot at this range, which means you got to move closer.
So I just take a maneuver to move closer?
Yep, so we're going to go whoop to here.
Okay.
You're now going to shoot the one that's stunned, that's twitching in the ground. So,
Yeah.
go to your character sheet.
Right?
Go
What's
to
that?
the combat tab.
That's for... That comes in tomorrow.
Now go ahead and double click on the dice next to your pistol to build the attack pool.
The
Fantastic.
actual thing is...
Now, you are short range, so put in 1 purple.
Give me a moment.
Now, because this thing is twitching on the
Trying
ground,
to-
stunned, put in 1 blue.
Voice settings...
Go ahead and roll.
Okay, good. Sorry, I had to lower the volume.
Oh
Fantastic.
boy, I sure do love plans.
For my shoes, yeah.
So you blast the scorpion with your pistol. Go ahead and you're gonna drag the damage over. So you see in the chat where it says damage 6 in the brackets.
Yeah.
Go ahead and drag click that on top of the icon of the map or on top of the comet tracker red scorpion. It will be red scorpion number 1. Fantastic. So your bullet penetrates the shell of the red scorpion and it gets a bit hurt.
Oh.
Now, go ahead and pass your turn. In the combat tracker, there's going to be a button that looks like a little down arrow on the bottom left. Go ahead and click on that. All right, I get to go now. So I get to choose who goes first.
DM gets to go. That's never good.
So we're going to do the red scorpion that is currently engaged with Slevin. Slevin, this thing goes to pincer you.
Come and get me, bitch.
With that, I will use a thing to boost it for taunting me. And it now goes to attack you. Let's see if it can do it.
I've been using the story points to give you some.
I appreciate that. I'm glad you have. I like using them. All right, so into melee, I'm gonna put in 2 purple, and because it's not surprise no more. I'm gonna go ahead and go with that, and now it attacks. Ooh, 3 spread. That's not good. Does it hurt you?
It does. I take two.
All right, so it pinches you. The pinches grab your arm. It crunches a little bit. You feel a bit of pain, Slevin.
Oh no.
But you do generate 3 threats, or I did. So what would you like to use that for?
I don't know what I can use it for.
I'm gonna go ahead and share the image.
Oh, so they just generate me advantage. That's what it is.
They don't give you advantage, but you could use it to do things to my guys. Like you could give my next attacker a couple black.
Because you just shared the advantage table.
Yeah, but look at
Okay.
the. Oh, actually, no, sorry. I shared the wrong part of the table.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
Give the next guy a couple of black dice. That'll really
That's
screw
what I'm
their
thinking. I
attack.
might.
All right. We'll give the next one 3 black. How's that sound?
Okay, yeah, that's a great idea.
All right. So we're going to pass the turn to the next one, and it's going to be the one that's not stunned to all crap by all of you. So it's going to go ahead and flank you. So, this thing, seeing its buddy companion Rat Scorpion in trouble, it goes to attack with 3 black.
Come in.
But it's flanking. I'm going to give it a blue. Here we go. Can we damage?
So much for no flanking.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Ooh, all right. This is going to be fun. I generated my own triumph. So,
Oh, Jesus.
we're going to give the next person to go 1 black.
Oh.
But this thing, now it doesn't hurt you, doesn't damage you at all. But what can we do? What can we do? It grabs the back, so it goes to sting you with its stinger, Slevin, and it doesn't pierce your armor because you wear metal armor, but it does get stuck in your armor, and it immediately pulls you to the ground with the help of the other one in front of it. You go prone.
Damn, I wish I still had jump up.
So, you get knocked to the ground, and with that, because it's a triumph, I am going to upgrade the attacks against you next turn.
Okay. On like everyone or just that guy?
Anyone that targets you.
Okay, oh.
Well, I know, but like, if that guy targets me, or if anyone targets me.
Anyone targets you.
Okay.
Now, normally prone, I wouldn't allow that, but because it's a triumph, I am going to allow it, so. All right. Now, last player, Mr. Carlson, it's on you.
Clank.
I'm probably too far to go into short range, aren't I?
No, you're in mean range, so you can use one maneuver to go into short range. But you have to use another maneuver to get into engagement range, though. Or you can use a flamethrower. Or you can toss a grenade.
Flamethrower!
Roll me some
Alright.
flame.
All right.
So what's the difficulty do I add to it?
Short range is going to be 1 purple. Now, what are you wanting to hit is what I want to know.
Rad Scorpion 2.
Just, okay. So go ahead and upgrade that purple to a red. And because he's on his ass, let's go ahead and throw in another purple.
Oops.
And let's put in... No, that's a good roll. Go ahead and roll there.
Alright, okay. That's what we're going for, was it?
Yep. All right. You ignite Red Scorpion number 2 on fire. Go drag the damage over.
Damn, that's
So
kind of hot.
You hear a whoosh of flame coming from the flamethrower from Mr. Carlson. And yeah, you feel a bit hot there, Slevin, as the Red Scorpion behind you that pulled you to the ground is now on fire.
Oh, that's hot.
Fantastic. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give you some strain to your body. Go ahead and pass your turn.
Hang on a second.
Give who strain?
Mr. Carlson,
What about the blast part of the flamethrower too?
you have to activate it, and you have enough threats. You generate no advantage.
Okay, cool. So how do you activate it when you have advantage?
2 advantage activates qualities.
Okay, cool. Yep. No worries. Just
No worries.
Alright, so-
Go ahead and pass your turn. Now, my staggered one. Now, staggered means it can't do it. Actually, it can still do one maneuver, which means this thing gets up, its tail's still flopping about, but it does charge the 3 of you. In fact, it's going to engage Amelia.
Heck.
All right. That is the end of round 1. We go to round 2. Who's going first? We have Slevin on the ground. We have 2 rat scorpions, one's on fire. Another one is now in front of Amelia's face.
I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, I think the person with the rad scorpion in front of their face should go.
Amelia, take the slot.
Oh,
If anything, I should go not last because they get a blue on me, so I should kind of get out of there.
All right. So now here's the thing, Amelia. You're engaged. These things are targeting you, which means you can shoot your pistol, which is easy enough. But instead of being the one purple like it was last time, because you're being engaged, it's going to be 2 purple. If you want to move out of engagement range, though, you have to use a maneuver. So, what would you like to do? No, you can definitely use a maneuver, because you get a free maneuver. Use a maneuver to disengage, to use the 1 purple to fire. Would you want to do that?
What if I use a different weapon?
You have to pull it out. You have to use a maneuver to pull a weapon out, which you can do. You have a free maneuver.
Yeah, I'll use that to pull my cleaver out.
Okay. So Amelia pulls out a cleaver from her back pocket. Go ahead and build the pool.
So I just
Hey there,
put it
bud.
right-
All right, fantastic. You're well trained to use a cleaver. You're a doctor. You're good at chopping off limbs. Engagement is always 2 purple. So put in 2 purple. I'm gonna say, because you do have a couple companions around you, put in 1 blue.
Then roll.
Go ahead and roll. What can you do? You can do a little bit.
I can do a little.
All right, you do a mighty swing down with a cleaver into the body of the red scorpion. Drag the damage over
Which one?
to the one next to you, so to number 1. All right, again, take some wounds. It is hurt. Some more pieces of the shell fly off. Some of the blood drips from its body, but it is still standing. All right, Amelia, go ahead and pass your turn.
I'll go next if no one minds.
Yeah, go.
Okie dokie. So same roll as before? To attack the scorpion in front of his face?
Yes, I'm gonna give you the turn Eins. All right. Go ahead and. So again, it's gonna be 1 yellow, 1 green, 1 purple, and 2 blue.
2 blues.
I'm gonna transfer over the
Okay.
2 advantage that Amelia got.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead and
I'm
roll.
going to add that blue. Rollsy. Nice. 2 successes and 1 advantage.
All right. 1 advantage we can give. You can use what you want, or I'm gonna go ahead and drag damage over. So you did again 6 damage.
Whoever wants my advantage can use it.
I
Right.
want it.
It'll be with the
Okay.
next player. So with 1 advantage, it has to go to the next player that goes.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I'm going next.
All right, Slevin, take the
I'd
slots.
rather not get freaking trampled on by 2 different rad scorpions. So I'm gonna take that slot.
Okay.
Uh,
So how much damage do I do now?
You did 1 damage. Fortunately, these things, the Dark Dungeon is just not doing quite enough yet. It's just hitting the shell. It's penetrating, but it's not doing enough to do too much damage. But they all are a bit hurt. They all are hurt. I'll say that.
I can imagine that scorpion. What's going on inside that red scorpion's head's like, ow, 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 ow.
All right,
I'm
Slevin,
gonna use
build your pool.
I'm gonna use a maneuver. Pop up.
Oh. Someone's feeling fancy.
All right, you pop up off the ground.
And I'm gonna take 2 strain to gain another maneuver.
All right.
And I'm gonna use said maneuver to aim at the rad scorpion that I slammed my axe before.
Re-aiming.
The aim
Oh,
maneuver.
aiming.
I
Okay,
gave
okay, so you get
blue.
1 blue. Okay, go ahead and build the pool. Put in 2 purple. Put in 1 blue. Go ahead
Put
and
in another blue for the advantage.
What advantage? Oh yeah.
The advantage that he
Yep.
gets.
I got it. Go ahead and roll.
Whoa.
Woo!
Damn it.
That's gonna do
5
something.
advantage.
Nice.
What? How do I pull up the advantage table? Where's
Go to the images button on the right side of the screen.
I know which one's the images.
Oh,
The image / map.
yeah, the one that says images. Look for the combat advantage one.
Combat advantage. Immediate free maneuver. That does not. Okay. Nope. Target. Target enemy's defense. Their defense is from. Like I can't negate defense from brawn, right?
No, you'll get one defense if you use this.
Okay. What are you doing? I am going to negate their defense. So, whatever their defense is, I'll add as a modifier.
Okay.
I think was 4, I think.
They actually don't have defense right now. They're not in cover, so that actually would be a waste.
Oh, well, okay, then I guess you didn't hear me. What I said was I can't get rid of defense from brawn. From straight up brawn.
Okay, you're kind of losing me here.
Provide-
They have no defense.
Brawn.
So what you're saying is actually not really making sense to me right now.
Negate the targeted enemy's defense, such as the defense gained from cover, equipment, or performing the guard stance.
Yeah, they haven't done any of these, so that would be a waste.
Okay, not doing that. I am gonna.
I'll say this, because I am gonna upgrade all their attacks against you. You could use 3 of that advantage to negate that triumph I did last turn.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna use 2 advantage to add a disadvantage to the either the dude if he doesn't die from this, or the guy that's attacking.
They're gonna get a black. Sounds good, and they won't get an upgrade.
Okay.
All right, so drag the damage over. And that absolutely obliterates that rat scorpion. It dies in a bodily fluid spray of gore and ichor.
Ew.
Okay, and then I'm gonna add the black die to the one that's attacking. I guess not attacking yet, but the one near Amelia. Fine.
Absolutely.
Carl.
Pass your turn. All right. So, I am going to go ahead and let the one that was behind you, the one that pulled you to the ground, it unhurls its stinger and is going to try to stab you in the face. But luckily, because of what's been transpiring, it is not going to get any upgrades and boost. In fact, it is going to go ahead and get a black.
Who's gonna get a black dice?
Here we go. It's a black from it's ridiculous. His ridiculous roll from last turn, and it gets a bit through to you.
For a second, I thought you meant like person's name was ridiculous.
Oh no! All right,
I'm like, wait, is there a new person joined that I don't know about?
not yet. We're still missing 2 damn people. All right, Stinger finds purchase and it hits you, pierces your body there, Slevin. We go to the next red scorpion, the one that is in front of Amelia. Amelia, this thing is going to try to stab your fleshy body.
Oh god, the fuck. What do I do?
Oh, your
Right.
squishy bits.
2 purple. I'm going to put in...
There's the setback from.
I already put it in the other one. So it is now going to roll. It's,
Oh, I wanted to put the setback into the one that's attacking Amelia.
it's only for the next enemy. And so I use the one that's for the one targeting Slevin.
Oh.
So the stinger shoots in to pierce Amelia. Does it? Ooh, wow.
Holy
Okay.
shit. Amelia's dead.
Whoa.
Amelia's gonna get hurt a little bit here.
Oh god, Amelia, I'm sorry, bro.
Okay. So this
Amelia,
thing.
what's your health?
It's
It's not enough.
Yeah.
That's the
not
correct
enough.
answer.
So it's actually good to talk about the rules in this game because hitting your threshold doesn't mean you just die. You do go unconscious. So what happens here, Amelia, is the stinger shoots out and it hits the side of your neck. Now, luckily, it didn't inject any poison, But here's what happens. When you hit your threshold, so in your case, you have 8 wounds. You get 10 right now. You drop to the ground. You take a critical hit. So, here is the critical hit you're going to take.
Oh, it is not a good thing when the doctor goes down.
Yeah.
All right, Amelia, you have just taken a crit. So you go to your character sheet.
Are you okay, Nick?
What do you have?
Making strength checks there. Alright. Just want to check.
Do you see where it says critical hits? Under the comment tab of your character sheet. Be on the left.
Oh, it's slightly dazed.
Yes. So this thing hits you in the neck, it makes you dazed. What this means is you get blue. You get a black dice for everything you do until the end of the counter. But you do hit the ground. All right. Which means we go to the next person, which is Mr. Carlson. Mr. Carlson, you just saw Amelia hit the ground, a stinger sticking out of her neck.
The more important thing is you just saw your master hit the ground.
Yes.
Killing protocol initiated.
I'm going to attack it with my buzz.
Murderbot EXE online.
All right, go with the buzzsaw. 2 purple. You're enraged from seeing your companion fall, your new master, put in 1 blue for being pissed off. Go ahead and roll. Ooh.
Oh, shit!
Ooh, it's a fail. All right.
Uh-oh.
You're just too angry.
I was too angry. I wish I could show emotion.
But you generate 3 advantage. What do you use that for?
For the next person.
Could I
I would recommend
Get
giving
it
us a bonus so
away.
we can make Amelia not die.
No.
Could I get it away from Amelia, like push it away and kind of stand in between them? Take its focus off of her at least?
Yeah, I can do that.
Cool.
Blah, you kick her out of the way. No, you don't kick her out of the way. You do a vertical thrust to push her out of the way, and you catch her on fire. Not the last part. Okay, absolutely. So you knock her out of the way. You kind of body shove her out of the way, disconnecting her from the rat scorpion. So his attention's now on you. And we go to the top of round 3. 1's down. Your mutant's a bit hurt. What do? He's going first.
Perhaps I should.
Who's the smartest of the group?
That'd be me.
That'd be one on the ground, probably.
Yeah, well,
Also,
I'll
Hines would be smart
dying.
too.
I got a 3 in intelligence and in cunning.
Okay, well, try your damnedest to make her not die.
Okay. What are my is survival one of my skills? I think it is, right?
Let's take a look real quick.
You'd be looking for medicine.
Yeah.
You are survival is a trained skill. But you have no ranks in it.
That's okay. That just doesn't mean I suffer for it. Because medicine's not my trained skill.
No, this is
and
not
I
trained
would
skill.
suffer for it. I would definitely suffer for that.
All right. So you're taking the turn 9s?
Yeah. How
Okay.
close am I to, how close am I to Mr. Stabby Neck?
You are pretty much next to it, so it'd be a maneuver to engage it, and then you're good to go. Or you can shoot it
Do
from
it.
point blank range. It's up to you.
Do I provoke an attack if I do that?
To move away, or to what do you want to do exactly? But
To
no.
attack it.
No.
Okay. So 1 purple, 1 green, 2 blue, 1 yellow. Same as before?
Yep, it's for your gun, right?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, you know what? I keep forgetting about the way your gun is meant to
I'm
use.
gonna aim before I do so I get another blue.
Okay.
And can I just say from now on, I just automatically aim unless I say otherwise?
It'd actually be difficult. I keep forgetting your pistol is actually limited ammo 1, which means you actually need to reload this thing every round, which is a maneuver.
Well, no, because remember I'm having the pipe pistol. That's a different one.
Oh, I'm doing the wrong damage then. I've been
Yeah.
using. I should have been using. That's fine. We're gonna go with that. Yeah, go ahead and do the roll. It's still gonna be the same actual roll. Do the damage. Let's see what the damage is.
The damage would have been better though.
By 1, yes. Actually, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop up the damage by 2 points.
Because last time, remember, I had 2 successes.
Yep.
And that
Yep.
was
So I upped the damage by 2, which means it's a little more closer to being dead.
Yeah.
So go ahead and build the pool.
Okay, building is done. Wow. Okay. Yeah, okay. So 1 triumph
All right.
and 4 successes.
All right.
I had 1 threat and 1 advantage, so it took away from that. Whew. Okay, so
All right.
yeah.
So this thing is instantly
I
going to die.
think
It bites the dust. It is dead. We're going to remove it from the combat tracker.
Yeah, I rolled really lucky.
Nice. All right.
I got-
you point pistol, blank.
I got
You point blank
double
things. Yeah, sorry.
I got double successes on my green and 2 advantages on 2 of the blues, 1 success on another one of the blues, and the triumph.
All right. Oh, yeah, this thing gets splattered. It is definitely dead.
What can I use the triumph on?
You tell me. Don't need a critical hit.
What are the options?
You could
What are the
use it
options?
to. I know you want to get poison, so I'll let you be able to get a much better way of getting poison from these things with that, or you can use it to help out Slevin when he attacks the one in front of him.
Because I'm running low on the poison ammo, I'm going to take the poison offer
Okay,
for the end result.
fantastic. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead
And can I use a movement to back away from the current scorpion?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm putting myself out of range of the other 2 scorpions, but still within range of
Only
my
one left.
pistol.
Okay. So essentially, you're still gonna stay within close range, but further away from it. That's fine. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pass the turn. So who is going next?
Just to make this end, I think I should go so I can just like destroy this goddamn rat scorpion.
Do it!
Do your worst, super mutant.
Flatten him with a stop sign. Red main stop.
I am going. I am going to, on top of that, story points to upgrade blast. Yellow.
Ooh, he's going for the kill. 2
I'm,
purple.
go- I'm going for the. I'm going for this just at the end. I'm.
He's gonna Elon Musk it.
All right, so put 2 purple. And because you
Anything
sense the advantage of the group, put in 1 blue. You sense the overwhelming victory coming up. Roll.
Yeah.
You okay?
Nice. All right.
I fuck him up.
Get rid.
I told you,
I'm gonna
Elon
use
Musk
the crit
coming
for
out
the
of
damage,
space.
which I don't know how much that would be.
All right, so drag damage over, and then we can go with the damages you're gonna include right now. So do the base damage over, drag it over, and then we can do the crits and all that.
Can I get you some water, Mom?
That would be enough to.
Give me one moment. Guys, I'm gonna get my mom some water. She's coughing a bit, or
Right.
slash joking.
Do what you gotta do.
So I'll be right back. Yep. Do you want me to fill it?
Right, but essentially, Slevin,
Do it like
this thing has 12 wounds. You did up to 12. It has 1 wound left, and with the amount of advantage and your triumph,
This,
I'm just gonna let this thing die.
for adventure, Mom. I would like to spend like at least 10 minutes talking with you before you go to bed. Is that it? Oh, okay. I'm back, guys.
All
Sorry
right.
about that.
Yeah.
It's all good. I'm just going to go ahead and call it. This thing gets splattered. You can use that triumph for what you would like, but the amount of advantage and that is very, very good. So this thing
Like a bug on a
is
windshield.
super dead.
I'm gonna use the triumph. Can I use the triumph to?
You should
Just
try
try
to
to-
help Mr. Poisoned.
Just now the fact that I have triumph in this fight. I'm now gonna rush over to Amelia, and can I use the triumph to add on to my ability try and heal her, bring her back?
From what you've been role playing earlier today with her, yes, I'll let you do that. I'll give you an upgrade to the roll.
So
Okay.
is there like a person who's controlling two characters or what? I'm confused.
No, no one's controlling two characters.
Okay, so who's controlling the female?
Me.
Okay. I was just very confused.
So I assume it would be medicine?
Yes.
Okay.
Whew. Alright, upgrade that
Now
to a
what?
yellow.
Nice.
Now, this is going to be 3 purple.
Uh-oh.
Now, you do have some more story points if you want to upgrade even further to give yourself 1 green.
Question.
Can I take-
use my in-game knowledge for the scorpion venom that I already make to add on to his advantages? To make a poison, one must know the poison.
This is not doing with poison, though.
It's not
The scorpion
poison.
venom is still poison.
Well, no,
She's
it wasn't.
not poisoned.
She wasn't poisoned. She was just her final.
She was hurt
that
really bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so-
Can I use a story point to get a green and a story point to remove a purple?
No, I'm not going to teach you. Only 1 story point can be used on the roll.
Yeah, otherwise it'd be quite OP.
Yeah. Alright, now if anyone else is trained, I'm sorry, let me put this. If anyone has any ranks in medicine, they can help out. And the only one that has, I believe, is the one that's on the ground. So no help with this, so go ahead and do a roll slip and see what happens.
Question. Could I
Yes.
use my survival to check for plants that have, either medicinal healing properties or, that could be used as kind of like a, in a salve or something to stop the bleeding?
There's no fucking plants, let alone ones that can heal.
I would say that the plant variety would be very, very hard to find, but it's the time essence right now is the issue.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh my fucking god!
Wow. All right. That green, holy shit, that green did it.
Oh my fucking god!
All right, so you were panicking the shit out of yourself, Slevin, because she is your buddy. So you get 3 damn strain from stressing out from losing your potential drinking buddy. So I'm gonna give you 3 strain, putting you very close to your threshold, but you actually bring her back from the brink.
I literally just take off a piece of my armor just to stop the bleeding.
So Amelia, you go from 10 wounds to 8. You're at your threshold, but you wake up.
Oh. Wahoo.
But you
Oh my
are
God.
super hurt.
I fucking
So
did it.
saying our
Oh my
teammate,
god, you're alive.
so saying my teammate up, awake, my character goes, Irons goes, "Come on, Sleeping Beauty, this is no time to be resting."
Alright, I'm gonna take a real quick breath and break. I'll be right back. Think of plan the next course of action because you are really damn hurt. So I'll be right back.
I'm not.
I'm going to inject Amelia with a stim pack.
Challenge accepted.
I didn't
gonna-
challenge.
I'm
I
gonna
just
look
thought I
around.
wasn't.
I'm gonna fucking spot.
So what player is it?
So wait, who saved me again?
Me, Slevin.
Oh, she's just gonna kind of cling on to you.
Like a
And
koala.
I would
The only-
like
the only
to
person you
inject
knew
with a stim
before.
pack.
Yeah.
I assume Mr. Robot is quite get off, you brute.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Huh?
Hello.
Humble.
Ah.
I'm back. All right.
Welcome back.
I'd like to
I'm
use
gonna
the
make a
stim pack
perception
on.
I'm gonna make a perception check to look for any dead bodies that are human.
All right.
I would like to use the stim pack on Amelia.
Do it!
I've done it like 4 times, and it seems to keep getting cut out and talked like.
All right. So you slap a stim pack into Amelia. Amelia, you heal 5 wounds. Oh, did you do that on your character yourself?
Wahoo!
So my character is busy using his triumph to collect the poison glands from the rad scorpions.
Absolutely. So real quick, you heal 5 wounds. You don't go to 5. So you actually go to 3 wounds there, Amelia. There we go.
I was like, wait.
It's all good. All right. So I need you to go ahead and build a survival roll, Eins.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this.
I believe I would have 3 greens in that.
Let me check real quick. There's a character sheet at.
So I have 3 in intel and cunning.
3 intel, and then your survival. Because you have no ranks in it right now. So it'll be 3 green. So make it 2 green, 1 yellow.
2 green, 1 yellow. You got it.
Go ahead and put in. We're gonna make this a bit hard. 3 purple,
Okay.
and put in 3 blue for the amount of rat scorpions.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll.
Rolling. Okay then. Does 2 success make it? With
Yep.
1 advantage?
You're able to get
Awesome.
2 doses.
Nice. And how much poison will that allow me to do?
2 doses.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you from 10 to 12 now on your weapon.
Yay. That's my birthday. Hooray.
All right, so we're gonna go dart poison.
And whoever wants my advantage can take it.
I am going to make a perception check for any recently for some fairly fresh corpse.
You can take my advantage if you want, by the way.
That
You're getting a boost. You're pumped up that you're able to succeed at all these events. All right. Go ahead and do your perception pool. Put in that 1 blue, and then put in. You're looking for dead bodies?
I'm looking for dead body.
All right. Moderate check, put in 2 purple. Let's go ahead and put in a black because there's a lot of places to hide dead bodies here. Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Question, by the way. How long are we going to be up tonight?
We're going to end in probably about 30 minutes.
30.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay,
we're going
I
to
speed
4-hour
next
sessions.
Gotcha. Just want to double check.
All right, Slevin. As you scout around the area looking for any dead bodies of any humans, you see no dead bodies. But another thing does catch your eye. You see markings. At the last car, you actually see. It scares you at first. It is a crude imitation, a make of a face and a old battered helmet that's sticking out of the car.
I forgot about the fact that we came for loot. Is this so? This is on the car. Is the like?
It's
is it
in
near
the car. It's like someone stuck it in the corner of the car looking out. And at first it looks like it's someone's face. But as you get closer, you actually see that the helmet is made up of pieces of kind of like garbage smashed together, but in a way to resemble a helmet. And the face is a human skull.
Wow.
So like, is that it? There's just a fake face.
Yes. And on the car, there are drawn in chalk 4 X's.
4. Wait. Where are the 4?
Underneath or right next to the skull on the side of the car.
Okay. I'm gonna call the smarty pants over,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say, I'm calling. Well, I guess Ains and Amelia. Put the
Ains.
We're the same,
Maybe
Not
Ains.
we have the same intellect.
All right, so both the Ains and Amelia get called over by the big super mutant Slevin.
and I point at the 4X, and I'm like, what?
So, can we make a check to see if we know what it is?
Yeah, give me a knowledge roll.
Okay. What would the roll be for me?
So for you, Ains, it's based off of, I'm pretty sure, intelligence.
So at least 3 green.
Let me double check, make sure. Yep, intelligence. So, it'll be 3 green.
Mhm.
And we're gonna put in, again, 2 purple.
Okay.
You can build this pool also, Amelia.
Wait, do I just miss knowledge?
Yeah. It's on your character sheet. It's under skills.
Would a pre-war robot have any insight, or is it something
Absolutely not. But you can try if you want to.
Nah, there's no
I just
logical
rolled that,
reason
right?
for me to know.
No, don't roll that. Remember,
Oh.
almost every single roll you're going to be doing with difficulty.
Yeah.
So we're going to put in, because you're not sure what this is, we're going to go with a medium check. Again, 2 purple, but because you're not sure what these are and what they stand for, put in 2 black. Go ahead and roll.
Are both of us, or just
Yes,
him?
both of you. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god.
Wow, that's the most even roll.
Yep. Amelia, you have no idea what this means.
I have only 1 success. Does that do anything?
This, to you, seems it could be maybe a warning. Now, it is the image, it is a skull, and it is the image of a helmet, so it could be a signal, it could be a warning, it could be a type of identification, it could be a passcode, it could be a reference to a number of things that are the number 4.
Could I make a
Can I-
perception check on the surrounding area to find anything that might connect to this symbol?
No roll's going to be needed. You don't see anything else that's going to be with that in the general vicinity.
Okay, so my character will take out like a little bit of paper, and I would assume he has something to write stuff down with, maybe a pen or charcoal. He's just going to scribble down a copy of what this drawing looks like.
I would say pen, no, but a piece of like charcoal, yeah.
Okay, so he's just going to charcoal that stuff right down.
Okay, it's
and,
literally
he's
going to be
put it-
this. So let's go ahead and since we are done with the map of the gas station, I can use my phenomenal new drawing skills.
Phenomenal new drawing skills, huh?
All right.
Yeah, I can't see him.
So we
As soon as I'm
have.
following Amelia around, I would like to see if I could weigh in at all with the whatever they're studying.
Man, look at that.
I would, but I can't.
That would be literally, you can be drawn 4 X's.
Again, I see nothing.
I know you don't, but these people do.
What do you mean, these people?
It's me,
This
oh my
mutant, this woman, and this robot. You see these phenomenal hieroglyphics.
The Sphinx will be
I have an
jealous.
idea. I am gonna take my axe and I'm gonna drop into the side.
Okay.
I am going to duck and cover.
Can I provide any insight with my roll?
All right. So what are we doing with the X again?
When in doubt, hack it out.
I'm gonna slam my axe into the X's, see if there's anything hidden behind it.
Okay. Roll me a force die.
Okay, that's mine then.
I feel like the DM is smiling inside.
A little bit.
Oh,
You
no.
lose the range and edge quality of your axe.
I lose the what?
The range and edge quality.
Oh no.
Apparently,
How do I get it back?
Rebuy it.
Stone.
You might be able to re-mechanic it out of it again. But for
So
the
I
time
can-
being, is definitely not razor edge no more.
So, do I just spend 125 and I get it? Or
No,
do
no.
you
I
have
have. You can either rebuy it again, or you can have someone else try to repair it.
I
Okay,
have the
well, who
repair
could
skill.
repair it?
Mechanics go.
You
Okay.
can do it when you have the tools available. There's no real tools to do that right here, so
Oh.
we'll need a settlement or a carry on the
So
workshop.
do I?
I'm gonna look around the ruins for a workshop.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're gonna get that lucky.
Because I am.
But you do slam the axe into the side of the weapon. Oh, you know what? Just because it might be fun. We're going to go ahead and roll that. I want all three of you to go ahead and roll a force die.
Oh no.
What did you do? And so, what is this force die?
It's not going to involve you because you're not here, so I'm not going to worry about it too much.
Wait, I do it too.
I'm in the group.
You're in the group, but you're not in Fantasy Grounds. This is something I do specifically with Fantasy Grounds with the force die from Star Wars. But no matter what you do, actually nothing would happen because all three of you rolled freaking 2 white pips. So luckily, the fusion cell generator of this car is completely empty, so it doesn't explode in front of you.
Oh.
That was a waste of a damn destiny point. Son of a bitch. That would have been fun to use here.
Like I said, the DM was smiling.
Yeah, I was hoping something would happen here. All right, so you slam the axe into the side, right into like the reserve tank of, or just the generator part of the car, and nothing happens. The little head falls over and kind of just falls apart.
Damn. I'm gonna try it again.
Sure,
So,
tempt fate. Why don't you?
I'm not gonna do it again.
Are you sure? Do you want to try it? I'll let you.
Oh, do I want to try it? That's a good.
Do
yeah,
I
yeah, no,
know
do.
anything about
I do.
No, the information is what I said earlier.
I'm gonna take a swing. I'm gonna take another swing.
God.
Are you really gonna take another swing?
Yeah.
If you lose your axe, do not.
Roll me a force die. Another swing into the side of the car. So there's now 2 marks next to either the ones there or you making next to it. Either way, you just keep on damaging the car. Your weapon's already blunted enough, so yeah, nothing else happens.
Oh.
You're just beating on this car pretty much right now.
Can I
Your
pick up the
axe
car
has
and
become
throw
a
it across,
very pointy hammer.
throw it across the road?
All right, I want everyone to go ahead and build me a perception pool, please.
Okay. And actually, I'm gonna try and lift the car up, or, if possible, roll it out of the way. I'm gonna try rolling it out of the way first.
You're not
Okay,
that strong.
Before you do that, sir, Hursk, what is the purples that I need to add in?
So everyone real quick, build a perception pool.
Yep. Again, what are the purples I need to put
I'll
in?
get there in a second.
Wait, what? What's happening?
Apparently, the noise has been noticed.
Oh,
Nope. Emilia Carlson, perception pools, please.
okay. I was like confused on what we were rolling. And
Mr. Carlson. Are you here, sir?
Yeah, man, I'm man.
Roll a perception pool, please. All right. All right, that's all I want. Go ahead and roll.
just that?
Well,
No
Yeah.
purples?
What's the difficulty?
There is none. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. 3 successes. I got a blank and 2 successes on one and 1 on the other. So what do I see?
Would you get the Ains or Eins?
3.
3 successes?
3 successes.
All right. You see in one of the ruins.
Fucking dying. Oh god, oh fuck. What's that cat name? Where it's like disintegrating.